Hi, Run Your Story family. This is Allison Gilliard with Run Your Story, where every story needs to be heard. And this story, you guys are going to love it because it's not one, but two. It is a husband and wife duo sharing their run story. And boy, you guys are going to absolutely love Johnna and Greg Silvester. They are absolutely hilarious. They love running, and they have two very different perspectives on running, which is very, very cool. They are so much fun. I remember when I came home after this interview and I told Gray, our editor, I was like, you're gonna have so much fun editing this podcast. And I'm like, you're going to laugh a lot. And he was like, you know what? You're right. I have laughed a lot. He was like, I want to get to know these guys. And that's what I love about this podcast is that people come on here, they share their stories. Cool fun fact about Greg is that he moved back here 20 years later. And you guys are going to hear that in his story and just the growth that has taken place, but also that running and what it means to him now. And it is just so much fun. You guys are going to absolutely love the dynamic duo. They're absolutely incredible, and their story is beautiful. So thank you guys so much for sharing your story. You're absolutely amazing. Can't wait to see you at all the races and just around town. Like, welcome to Mobile. So much fun. And speaking of fun, guys, this podcast is being fueled by our friends at Run and Try Mobile, where they are the go-to for your running shoes. So whether that is that you need shoes for everyday comfort, whether you need it for your job, whether you need it to hit the pavement, go get fitted at Run and Try and see Aaron and his team. Guys, they care about the shoes that you're in, from injury prevention, recovery, and all the finish times in between. Run and Try Mobile can help you find that perfect fit. Because they'll analyze your feet, they'll do a gait analysis. They also are going to interview you, ask you what is going on with what you need shoes for. So they're going to ask you what's going on, what have you been in. They're going to ask you a ton of questions. So we love them. We appreciate all that they do. Guys, Run and Try in Mobile, they will help guide you to the right step. They are absolutely amazing. Not only that, but you can ask nutrition questions. You can also ask questions about safety. They carry lots of safety items. And so definitely go check them out. They're absolutely a fun group. And as Aaron says, they love fitting people for shoes. So they love to get to know you, stop in, say hey, and be like, hey, I heard that you guys believe in the Run Your Story podcast. And so I just want to say thank you and take my money. That's usually what I do too. So thank you, Aaron, from Run and Try, and the team for believing in Run Your Story, and for all that you do for the running community. Aaron really does go above and beyond. He has such a gracious heart for the running community. So definitely go in there, support him, and tell him thank you. All right, guys, get ready, get set, and go run with the Silvester duo in their run story. So I'm super excited because I've never seen you guys before. I've never met you guys before, other than now we're friends on social media. Right. And that's it. But I'm really excited because you guys are new to the area.
Yes.
Right?
Well, he's from here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from here, but I was gone for 20 years.
So it's newer.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents still live here.
Okay.
But I didn't ever come back visit very much, just with my schedule and stuff. And then when we started having kids,
Yeah. And now you're here.
That was the only thing we ever argued about with my parents. It's like, y'all are both retired. You bought a car just for the interstate. They bought a Buick. How much of a grandparent move was that? And they were like, y'all don't ever come visit. Yeah, because we got 3 little kids. You know how hard it is to pack those
is
up
so
and
hard to
drive
travel,
4 hours?
You're not an overachiever, Greg, is what it sounds like.
I travel for work. I don't want to sit in a car when I'm not
They're
working.
seriously, sometimes he's in the car 8 or more hours a day.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh.
It just depends on what he has to go or where he travels to. Yeah.
Well, let's jump right in.
Yeah, don't let me sidetrack.
No,
He will.
And I have a
It's great.
bad rabbit hole.
We
love it.
get in
So
trouble
you
at Life Group. They're like, Greg, let's rein it in, man. Let's rein it in.
We're going to do just fine.
Keep
guys.
me between the ditches because I'll get off. I get squirrely
Big time.
sometimes.
So your run story, which is why we're here.
Sure, yeah.
So how does it begin? Does it begin here locally?
No.
Okay.
I mean, do I have a run story?
Your 33 story.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, so this is fun.
Here we go.
I love the dynamic of the duo here.
So I played ball for forever and played in college and then got out and grad school and all that. You'd let yourself go. My run story is purely physical. Like, it's very vain of me.
Very vain.
I think I actually heard it on a podcast. I heard this weird thing about Now keep in mind,
Mm-hmm.
I am in the car. I travel a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I
Podcasts
listen-
are his favorite.
I
Sure,
get on
seriously.
some obscure
Mhm.
podcast,
Mhm.
and there was one. This guy was saying that he thought everybody in heaven was 33. He's like, Jesus died at 33. It talks about getting a new body.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I think everybody's 33. So like, very just pure vanity. I'm like, I want to look good when I'm 33.
How old were you at the time?
32.
32.
Okay.
Yeah, this
Oh,
was like right
okay.
before he was
Yeah.
33. yeah.
So was this like a just in case?
You just
Just
don't
okay.
know. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, what
Like,
if
you
they-
don't know.
hey, man, what'd you do? The
What
year
if
you
it's your
died,
body
you know?
at 33? That's what he would say. He was like, if it's my
Whatever.
body at 33, my 33 body needs to look.
Right. Okay.
You know.
So that was it.
That's
so
what
I was
started
like,
this.
man,
I'm
I want to get in
serious.
shape. So we started CrossFit.
Yep.
We
did
started
CrossFit back
running
then,
a lot. I like running a lot more than she does. So she got big into CrossFit. And I just,
I was more of the, I
Started
love my
running.
strength. I love
Sure.
this.
Mhm.
He would help me with my endurance, which helped me better in the gym. So we
Mhm.
just, especially after having kids, we were like, we just want to be the best version of ourselves because you got to keep up with them.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a 8, 6, and 3-year-old now. And man, they wear you out.
Mhm.
They're so good. But there are times like if I was where I was after our second kid, I don't think I could keep up with them right now.
Mm.
Because a lot of mine was a weight loss journey. I got up to 270 something pounds
while you were
each
pregnant,
pregnancy.
yeah.
Wow.
And then
Oh,
I would
wow.
only lose.
That's staying on the podcast.
It will. He's very honest. And it took me a while to get used to that. But it's needed.
Mhm.
I had rather him be completely honest with me
Mhm.
and help me be a better version of myself than us both go down
Sure.
and be like, oh, well, I'm not happy with any of it.
That's why I get in trouble with a lot of my friends
Mhm.
because nobody told me, like, hey, Chubbs, like, you getting real soft.
Mm.
Because
Why didn't somebody just. Because there's so much more to running than just the physical.
Oh,
Like
100%.
now that I've been a runner for a
Mhm.
while, it's like, that almost has nothing to do with it.
Mm. Oh, that's good.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that
Mhm.
almost has nothing to do with it.
But I will say, you talk about our story. My running story really started when we moved here because I would run and
Okay.
stuff
Mhm.
and
Yeah, she
just
really got
get
into
it
it when we
done.
moved here.
Mostly working out was my thing
Mhm.
Yeah.
back in Chelsea, which is not too far outside of Birmingham. But when we moved here, almost a year, April 8th will be a year that we've been
Wow.
here. We decided for once a month, a
Do
date,
race
we would do
once
a
month.
race.
Yeah, or just have a Saturday date, let my parents come watch
Yeah.
the kids.
That's adorable.
Yeah, so we would go do a
Go for a run
5K.
and then go eat
It's
a
a
dirty
running
Yeah.
date.
and go eat a dirty breakfast.
There you go.
Yeah.
At
Hey,
Waffle House.
We go to
absolutely.
Waffle House after.
Yeah,
So
every
if we
time.
get to do a
We got a
race,
little
we go to
waitress.
Waffle
We got a
House.
little booth. It's a whole thing.
Seriously, like she's like, y'all want the same thing? Like we got into it. We got off of it a little bit around the holidays. 'cause
Sure.
The holidays.
Yeah.
But we're back in it. The next one we're doing is the Azalea Trail Run.
Yeah. So
And
this would
we-
be your first Azalea Trail.
Yes, because
Yes.
we had
Yeah.
we were in the moving process and
We
it
hadn't
had
moved
happened
yet.
right before
Yeah.
we moved here.
Mm.
And I was so sad because we had talked about we wanted to do it, but it didn't make sense to come up here in March and then move here in
Mhm.
April
Mhm.
to do the run. So
Just so you know, it's a big party.
I know that's what
It's
they
a
said.
big party through the neighborhood.
We're gonna wear some fun colors. We got a buddy coming with, actually a couple buddies. Some of
That's
the girls
awesome.
from Tribe are coming, and a couple of people from CrossFit Mobile that I still talk to. They are coming.
Mhm.
So it's just gonna be, like you said, a big party.
Oh yeah,
Fun.
you guys are gonna run through neighborhoods, and people are just gonna
It's
have
gonna be
music
great.
going, and it's the one race where a lot of people do that. Like people just come out of their neighborhoods and,
That's
and
so
they just
fun.
cheer each other
We
on.
did our first run
The
here when
old
we moved was the
Mobile
old
Oh, yeah.
Mobile
Big
Bay.
Bay.
Mhm. Oh, it's so
Now,
scenic.
and where you go down the historical,
Mm-hmm.
it was beautiful, and it was such a nice day. Such a nice day there. I love that one.
Yeah, my run story is different. She's a very social runner. She always wants to. She's.
Try to get people to go with me.
Yeah,
I have to
That's
talk
right.
to
absolutely.
people for a living. So.
So it's your solitude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she got on to me. Well, she didn't get on to me, but she was like, "You want us to run together?" What day did I get?
Oh yeah, this was 2 days ago.
Yeah, I got home early for some reason. Oh, because I'd been traveling a lot. And I got home at 3:00 or whatever it was. She's like, "Hey, we could run together this afternoon." I'm like,
He's like, I don't think I want to. He's like, I don't like your intervals. I'm like, well, if I'm running with
Yeah, she
you, I'm
does
not
the
going to
interval
do
stuff.
intervals.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if we're going to go together, I'm not going to do that. I
Mm-hmm.
won't make you do it. I know you're faster than me.
No. I
He
don't
is.
try
No,
to be fast
He
anymore.
is.
Listen, my husband's 6'2",
Yeah.
and so automatically his stride is
Yeah.
completely different than mine.
Like
and
my
so,
4 steps to his 2.
Correct.
Ridiculous.
We go to races together, but we don't run together.
Nope.
Yeah.
We
Because
don't
his
even-
is
We're the
more
same
like he
over
would
here.
be walking, and
Mhm.
I'm like, hey,
Well, then when I do ask him to run, I do get mad because I'm like, will you just go? You know what? Just forget
Yeah,
it.
it's the
Just go
same. It
ahead.
happens the same thing every time we try to do it together. Unless
I'm
we
like,
go,
I'm slowing you down. I'm so sorry.
unless we go to trails, we
Mhm.
can do trails together.
South is great. I
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
running over
South
there.
is good
Yeah.
trails.
there's a great, you guys would love, well, you may not since you're not a social guy, but there's a great group called Trail Yeah.
Yes, I follow them on
Yeah,
Facebook.
they're
yeah.
amazing. And so they meet on Wednesdays and Sundays.
Is that the one
and
that goes to is it the Outsiders? Which one is that one?
That's on another Wednesday night.
That's on another Wednesday night.
But
I'm
Trail
sure
Yeah,
they're
but
great
they,
people. I'm sure they are.
that's what I'm saying. But like, it's you actually would love Steve Taylor.
I'm sure I probably would, but I have
is,
zero desire to run with him. I don't want to run with any of these people.
No, I know, but I'm just saying it's just good like community.
I want to run with them.
Well, okay, I'll go.
We just can't. I can't ever get the Wednesday night thing down.
Yeah.
It's so hard sometimes. One day it's gonna work out,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I'm gonna be like, I want to go back.
Mhm. So clearly, you guys have learned some lessons from running.
We have.
What are some of those?
Oh man, I got to learn a pace. I try sometimes. Look, coming from CrossFit, it was 3, 2, 1, and you go.
Mhm.
And even then, I had to learn a pace because I would burn myself out.
Mhm.
But that first mile, I try to set a pace,
Mhm.
and then
She's lying to you on the phone. Okay,
I
she's
have
looking
done
you.
so better.
You are looking this sweet girl in the eyes, dead in her eyes, telling her a lie. She has zero pace. She has no governor. So when
This is the best thing ever.
it was the middle kid after you did that.
His name's
You
Brett.
won that competition.
Yeah.
Well, I know what his name is. He's the one that won't leave me alone. So after we had our second kid, was it him or Tate where you won that competition? The CrossFit.
It was.
Which kid was it?
Oh, with Doc?
Yes.
That was after Tate.
All right. So after the third kid,
Okay, we've narrowed it down.
sorry, we're down to the third kid. Yeah, she was like 4 months postpartum, and they got in a CrossFit competition.
We did a scaled competition at our home
and I
gym.
know her pace fairly well. So I'm watching other kids and trying to watch, and there was a mile run
Mhm.
as part of the workout. And I'm like, I'm trying to watch kids, and I know about how long it takes her to run a mile when she's like really running. And I'm looking, I'm like, where'd she go? And then I see her coming, and whatever, it all gets done. I'm like, hey, what happened? Did something happen on the run? That part where y'all had to go behind the building? Oh yeah, I was throwing up everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So don't.
Wow.
But this was like
Wow.
the second event in it too, and it had the running, and I knew that was going to be a struggle. I mean, 4 months
Yeah.
postpartum is hard,
I
man.
mean, she
But
told you that when we run together, she just has to tell me to just go.
He doesn't.
It's because that's when she gets ready to stop when she realizes her gas tank is empty after a mile and a half because she has no pace. She's like, oh, yeah, you just got just leave me behind.
Just you hate me, so go.
That's what you hate me. Just leave.
I use that a lot. Yeah.
I'll run with Mace back here in case I'm.
I really hope that there are other people that have been around you guys when you went running and you've said that to him, and someone's like, "Oh,
Oh, the you hate me thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Oh,
all.
she
It's
says it all the
it's a
time.
line. It's
All
like
the
a
time.
phrase at the house. Like
'Cause-
now, our kids.
Yeah, kids, Dad. That's all the time.
They're like, "Hey, can you get my water bottle?" I'm like, "Yo, you're right there." They're like, "Well, you hate me." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh no," but it's out of a joke. We're always
Yeah,
smiling with it.
for
We
sure,
don't.
for sure."
We don't make it like a bad thing, but the kids. think
Azalea,
it's
please say this on
hilarious.
Azalea Trail. Just yell it at him.
will.
Greg, you hate me.
You did. I will. I will.
No.
And no, listen to what he did. I was like, "Let's sign up for this."
For
And
Azalea's-
he's yes.
Okay.
He's like, "All right, I'll sign us up." And he sent me a text saying, "Hey, I signed us up for the 10K." I said, "I did not agree to that."
Why would we not do the
because he
10K?
hates you.
Yes. I was like, I am totally fine with the 5K.
A 10K is a very nice. I did
It
one
is
this morning.
another
I just did
5K.
a 10K
It's two of
before
them.
we came here to this thing.
I just want to do one.
I took a shower and took off my short shorts.
Well,
and
I'm
came
getting
here.
double breakfast after.
You can have double breakfast.
Waffle House.
So
here
I
we
was gonna say
go.
the waitress gonna be like, "Whoa, what
Yeah,
happened
well, we'll have a
today?"
crew with us. I
No,
already got
yeah.
some.
No, my running a lesson I've learned no lessons. I've learned I think I like the torture of it.
Mm,
Maybe
hmm
I don't know what there is to that, what that means about myself. But
I like how you're looking at me.
I
like
don't
I'm
have,
supposed
like,
to
a
answer
Like
good-
he's trying to figure out.
like, so I run for a couple years, and then I'm like, well, let's do something else. So then I did 10 triathlons, and then it's like, Boy, that was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
The swimming part was hard, is what he was saying. The swimming.
Oh, yeah. I'm okay if I never have to swim again, like ever. Unless the kid's drowning. I'm not swimming. But the lesson, well, here we go. Maybe there is a lesson. I think you can always do more than you think you can do.
Mm.
And I think that ties over into a lot of aspects of life.
Oh, sure.
So I've had a bunch of these discussions lately about work stuff and kid baseball stuff. But I think you have to set your own standard for what you want. Not even just your life, but just your life. You have to set your own standard for what you want to look like. Mine is I want to be in shape, as a good example for my kids, of health. But then I also want to be in shape because someday I'm going to have grandkids. And I see it because a bunch of our friends have little kids. And I can see the grandparents who have had different lifestyles than others. And there's some that can get, her mom runs 5-6 miles every day.
She does.
So she can do whatever she wants with the grandkids.
Yeah.
But then you've got other grandparents that struggle to get off the couch. That's really sad. So
we want to be the best that we can because our kids, even when they grow up and move on, they still need us.
Yeah.
Like, we are building them up to love Jesus, be kind, be leaders. Now, will that always be the way that they do things? I'm sure that's not going to happen. But we want them to grow up, and it says that you leave your mother and father and you have your own family. And that is one of the hardest things you have to learn as an adult growing up and leaving your parents, because this move taught me that. When we moved here, I left my mom and dad, and I never thought ever I would leave. And I'll get emotional with this. My dad found out a couple of years ago, or we found out, that he has dementia. And in the last, I don't know, few months, it's just been hard on him. He's just sold his work truck today, and he's not working anymore. The house that they're in, he built it with his hands. And there's just so many things that I look back and, okay, we watch our parents grow and the things that they may not could have done for themselves because they were taking care of us. But we have an opportunity, and we have made it to where we can do our physical part in making our bodies healthy so we can be better for them as they're older too, because I feel like that's just as important.
You got to tears quicker than I thought.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, she'll go.
Talking about my dad,
She
like,
will
it's
swallow,
hard.
dude. She will.
But he's just so precious, and it's so hard to watch a loved one struggle.
Yeah.
And he can't remember that he's struggling. So it's just a hard thing to watch. But I think that's why my mom runs. She's got to be strong for him. She's got to be strong for herself, because not just affecting us when we moved, it affected them. We were there. We lived 10 minutes from them. So we were there weekly. So this has been hard, but we've all made adjustments. And even though it can still be hard, we're learning. And Mom will come and do a run with us sometimes. Like, we'll plan it. We try to plan it out.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because we want everyone.
She's a really good runner for her. It's like she'll win her age bracket basically every race.
Every time. And we took the kids on the turkey
Turkey
trot.
trot, yeah.
And
They
the kids
loved
got to
it.
do the mile run. So we're trying to make it to where they see fitness and health as a privilege, not a punishment. Because in sports and stuff, it can become a punishment.
Yeah.
But he played through college. I played 2 years in college, and it can wear on you. And then afterward, you get lazy. But I think that is a lesson, that you get to choose how you're going to be. I always
Yeah,
tell
but
my...
see, I think I do the same with running as I do with maybe this podcast will make me realize some parallels in my
We
life.
might have
that I
made
do.
this. Wow.
Because see, all right, so I get there, but I think I take on too much. And I just want to do everything. I want to try to be the best I can at work. I want to try to be the best dad I can, the best husband I can, the best whatever I can. And I feel like I probably take on too much. And I feel like I do that sometimes, maybe with the running too. Maybe that's why. Like, I sold my bike after the 10th triathlon.
Here's what I got.
Like, this is enough. I've got to stop.
Sure.
Because one of the older guys that I work with, he's done a marathon in every state. And I was like, what a cool thing. So I was like, well, I'm going to do 50 triathlons by the time I'm 50. And then you get there, I'm like, that was a horrible idea. It's making me a bad dad. Because you wake up on Saturday morning, like, all right, I'll see y'all.
Yeah.
I've been gone
And
all
you're
week.
going hours.
Right.
I've been gone all
Hours,
week, but now I got to go run and bike for 6 hours. So maybe I'll see you tonight for dinner.
So we had to reset and be like, okay, where do we fit this in?
But then now, even with the running, like, I'm about to do something real stupid for my birthday.
Oh,
next
you're going to
month.
love this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is good.
I'm about to do something real stupid. So I'm turning 40 next
And look, it's on here now.
It's on here.
He's got.
Oh, I've had to put it out in public to a couple friends to make myself do this. I don't have a distance goal in mind,
Okay.
but my goal is to run for 24 hours on my 40th birthday.
Yep. He'll start on a
I
Monday
want to
night.
start when the kids go to bed
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
the night before
Mm-hmm.
and just,
The whole time.
You're going to run the whole time.
I'm going to stop to poop.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You would love Steve
Can I say
Taylor.
that on
Yes,
the
you can.
podcast?
Well,
Yes,
it's
you
on there
can.
now.
You
didn't know
should
if
go
that needed
listen
to
to
be
Steve
edited.
Taylor's story. You and Steve Taylor would just.
But I want to eat on the move, drink on the move. Yeah, now I've talked to some people who've done some real long runs and they said change clothes
Mm-hmm.
and socks and
And
stuff.
yeah, I was about to say
And
socks, yeah.
shoes.
So I'm going to have to stop. So there'll be a couple stops to change. And I'm trying to figure out what
Are you going to have a place that you go change, or are you going to try to be in the Mobile News?
We did. So our buddy Aaron at
Yeah,
Run
so
and
we've
Trot,
gotten to know we've gotten to know
He-
him.
yeah.
He's going to be
Yeah.
one stop.
He's
We'll
going to
Nice.
be one
there
stop. I'm going to
to-
drop some stacks off,
Yeah.
and we're going to let him change his shoes there. And then after I work out that morning, I'm going to come
She'll
and
come
a couple
with
miles
me.
with
Mhm.
him before we have to get the kids and stuff.
But other than that, I have no real, I'm just leaving. I'm probably going to do the nighttime in the neighborhood
Mhm.
just because.
A little safer.
A little safer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the chafing from the backpack. I've never really had to do runs with the backpack. I'm
Mhm.
usually a fanny pack guy,
Mhm.
but I think I'm going to need enough stuff.
Sure.
And I think if you do, so I went and did a 10-mile trail run with the backpack last week,
Mhm.
and just in 10 miles,
Mhm.
it was like that. No matter what you do with your shirt,
Yeah.
it's like that rubbing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to try to do the whole night, like probably 10 or 12 hours in the neighborhood, so I don't have to have a backpack.
Mm.
I'll just throw a cooler on the corner, bunch of water in there, some
Because we
snacks.
live right on the corner.
Yeah, we
of
live
it,
like
so
right
it'll
on
be
a
perfect.
we
Yeah.
have a corner lot, so I can just so there we go. So maybe again, I'm still taking on too much. Maybe I should rise some things.
Maybe you should invite some really cool runners to come along with you.
We've asked some people to come and run with us. Yeah.
There's a couple of friends that are gonna come do some with
Told him
me.
to bring snacks
Mhm.
because he's going to
Mhm.
need some.
Listen, there is some. You think you're crazy?
Oh,
They're
I know. I'm not.
Crazy.
Oh, I know.
They're
there's-
crazy.
Yes.
Lance, Brent. There's a whole bunch of them. Like
Oh,
Satsuma area.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
out there.
They're crazy.
Yeah, there's some
They're out
people
there.
that do the real long
Mhm.
runs. That's why I'm not putting a mile. I'd love to say I'll get to 85 miles since I was born in 85. I think
That would be a
Uh,
fun goal.
I think
yeah,
that'd be
fun
cool,
goal.
but
Yeah.
I don't know if
Mhm. Are you guys trying to get like a big belt buckle?
no.
No.
I'll get him a T-shirt. I'm really good at that.
Yeah.
I'm good at getting the T-shirt.
She
stuff.
does love getting a t-shirt made. She got just stuffed hillbilly in her. She likes custom,
Yeah.
Nice.
some custom shirts. We just
right.
got one in for baseball.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's number 12. Gotta get it.
You gotta be.
He
Yeah.
changes numbers every season and
I gotta get a new shirt every
can't
year.
keep the same one because he's like, no, I want to be this number now. I'm like, buddy, come on, man. We'll have every number by the time he's in high school.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You can make it a quilt. A
We
t-shirt
will.
quilt,
We'll have
yeah.
to because I'm gonna have to get rid of
See,
something.
the
She knows.
Mhm.
She
I
gets
know.
it.
I do. Yeah.
The
Mhm.
person.
yeah, I have no sentimental thing in me. I get in trouble from her.
That's why we're
and
good
my
together.
mom
I have to have. We have to
all the
balance each
time.
other out.
because it's like, do you remember when I know? Do you still have that when you? Nope. Why would I keep something that I have no use for anymore?
That is fair. Oh,
It is.
yeah.
He's got a good
However,
point.
you do have running. You do have race t-shirts.
He does have that because
Well, yeah, I wear a few. Yeah.
and our daughter wears them to bed.
yeah.
She
They
likes
have
those.
been stolen.
I'm gonna have to make that a blanket. That's a good.
That, yeah.
Look,
That'd
she's
be-
giving me
that's a
ideas.
good idea.
Can't wait to spend our money, baby.
Yes.
It's okay. He'll be out for 24
It'll be fine.
hours.
It'll
Right?
be
He won't
fine.
even know. Like,
That's when I do the damage.
then he'll be delirious for
That's
at least
right.
a few days recovery.
Yes.
So then you'd be like,
Great.
oh, no, you did that. You bought that.
You bought that in your downtime.
Correct. You were recovering. Remember that conversation we had?
Remember that when your blood sugar
I
dropped
just
so
don't.
low?
I just don't even look at money anymore.
I feel like you get away with a lot here.
I
She-
do
Yeah.
sometimes.
Like
He'll
just.
be like, so why'd you buy that? Well, I told you 2 days ago. And he's like, you did? I'm like, yeah.
I took on the
Yeah.
responsibility of telling her she could be a stay-at-home mom.
Oh,
did.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
You did.
I really can't.
And our kids are thriving. You're welcome.
Yeah, so I just don't even talk about money anymore. I'm like, I'm never gonna retire. That's where maybe that's why I like running. I need the endurance to work till I'm 86 years old.
You'll be in great shape, honey.
Absolutely. I was just about to say that.
That's why you're running.
That is great.
You run. All right, so I will ask this about old dudes that are really good at running. Do you know who I'm talking about? Are you well connected in the little running scene here?
Absolutely.
Do you know a bunch of the people though?
She said, absolutely.
There's this guy.
Not
He's
her podcast.
I feel like I'm a terrible guess at age,
Mm-hmm.
but he's a very mature man. Like he's got to be
Who are you talking about?
Yeah.
that dude that I was trying to keep up with at the 8K.
I don't know.
He won the maybe what's the oldest?
He was the
division?
Masters.
Do they
He
do
won
it?
the Masters,
Yeah,
I
when's the
think.
Grand Master? Whatever is
Mhm.
it? 65 or 70? Do you know the oldest division? Whatever it is, he won that one.
Okay.
And he was.
And I was keeping
trucking
like a
it,
pretty
yeah.
decent
Mhm.
pace. Like for me, I was
Mhm.
like at 7:15 pace.
Yeah.
And I couldn't catch him.
Interesting. We could go look at Little Red Hen.
And I was
We're
like,
gonna
how,
have to, 'cause
how
I'm gonna
cool
be
was
there.
that? That
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is, but
Mhm.
he's at
It's
least
inspiring.
65.
I mean, it's so
At least
cool.
65, and he's out running.
I'm going
Tons of
to
people.
laugh hysterically if he's not.
No, he.
Oh, if he's 38 and he looks real hard life, bud. No, I'm not near that old. You know, maybe, I don't know. So I quit smoking. I don't know.
Welcome back home, Greg.
That's right.
So let's shift. You guys have mentioned a lot of races. Do you have a favorite one?
So far, the one that we've done together, I love the Battleship.
Mm.
That one was
My favorite.
So I really enjoy it. I was not expecting as many people as there was.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was probably the biggest race I've done.
Wow.
So, because like I said, I just really started doing big 5Ks like that, but it was awesome.
And this year, it's its 10th year.
Is it?
So it's going to be bigger.
I bet,
Yeah.
man, it was fun. I really enjoyed that course. I loved running.
I don't
Through the
like
ba-
any of them.
Oh my gosh. Yes, he does. He enjoys it.
I do it because you enjoy it. I enjoy a podcast or a audio book. Look
Okay,
there, I said it
don't
right.
change it now. He calls it
Book on tape.
and it's not.
There's no tape.
There's no tape, honey.
But I enjoy listening to people talk about crazy, wacky ideas or books about like spy, CIA stuff.
And you know what he does at the end of the night? I am almost asleep, and he's like, "You want to know what I heard today?" I'm like, "No, no, I do not. I want to close my eyes." It took us 2 hours to get the kids to bed. I don't want to talk anymore.
So yeah, I
That's
much
great.
prefer that just running by myself.
Oh, so you don't like signing up for actual races, is what you're saying?
No, it's me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she does all that. Yeah, that's what I mean. I
It was
have to-
my idea.
my
to do
favorite
the
race is
races.
the one around my neighborhood.
Okay.
So what do you want me
I
to
thought
say?
there was sarcasm, which is why I was at. I was
No,
like,
it's not
whoa.
sarcasm.
Oh no,
Okay.
no sarcasm.
No.
You
You really don't like running with other people.
No,
Yeah, nope, I sure don't.
it's just because of me.
They're everywhere. I was such a crappy person for so long in life.
It's
like,
true.
We called pre-Jesus Greg.
Wait, just since we've moved back, it is so true. Like I always thought he was just being silly, but now that I'm meeting people that he grew up with, it is because they are
Oh yeah.
so amazed that he's married with children.
Whoa, seriously?
Yes, at his Nana's funeral. Listen,
Sweet Nana.
oh Trudy, I love her. She is
She
amazing.
was the best.
But when we were at her funeral, there were some of his parents' friends that were like, "Wait, Greg's really married and he has kids? How was that possible?" I'm like, "Greg, were you that horrible, honey? Like,
Yes.
what?" And they're
Yeah.
like, "And oh my gosh, she's actually really nice." I'm like, "Well, yeah, I would hope I'm nice." So it's so fun when you come
I
back.
was just such a terrible person for so long, and I just wanted to be in crowds and at bars and festivals and concerts and whatever you could do that was where you could be wild.
But running.
But now I am adamantly against crowds, and I don't know.
And he enjoys the runs. Don't get him wrong. He does because we get to do it together, and we don't have to take the kids
But did y'all run Battleship 12K together?
Yeah, absolutely.
separately. He finished like what,
I don't.
so many minutes before me.
Yes, we did that one together.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I wanted to crawl to the grass
You said
area.
we
after-
started together.
We started
yeah.
together.
Mhm.
It was wild.
I don't know. I like the running. I like the endurance type stuff because, and it's super cliche, but like your competition is yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
if you just want to get better at something,
Mhm.
And I know that's not just endurance sports, but like I feel like there's a really immediate feedback, especially with the watches and stuff. Like we all got the tracking.
Yeah.
You got a
Running.
Garmin too?
I have a
That's a-
4
yeah.
For us?
But we've all got the watches that track you, and I feel like you can see your progression so much better because it's like, man, I ran the same thing 4 months ago, and I knocked off 3 minutes of my time. And that's a win for me.
Yeah.
See, I don't think people give themselves credit like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
I
you've got to
like it.
stop caring what other people are doing, because we'll have some friends that, like, there's a decent little track where our factory is, where I go
Okay.
for about once a month. And some customers will, hey, if y'all want to go for a run, we'll go for a run. And sometimes they'll go with me.
And I get really beautiful pictures of the beach.
Oh.
Yeah. You sent me.
Oh, that's like the big stuff.
Yeah, some of his
No.
buddies will send me pictures. Look at our morning. I'm like, y'all
No,
don't
but I don't get to
anything.
go there
Right.
every month.
Yeah.
But it's the same deal. It's like, you can still be great, but we're at a different level.
Oh, 100%.
But it's always, you said you were a crappy runner, man. I can't keep up with you. And I'm like, well, I think I am. I'm sorry if you can't keep up. You get better. You know, I've been wanting to say, run faster, buddy. This is conversational pace for me. And they're like,
But they do it. But they do it with
Yeah. That's the thing that I love about the running community as a whole, and what we are trying so hard to, like, even in 2025, people still battle with, as being at a gym, is that people still battle with, well, I can't run that fast yet, or I can't do this, or body image. Well, I'm not a runner
Or at
because
a
I look
time.
like this. And you never know what somebody, it could have been the hardest part of getting there to that race was putting on the shoes.
yeah.
And you don't know if they just got a terrible diagnosis, or if they just got the worst news, or if they just got the best news.
Yeah.
Somebody's in some kind of chapter when they're hitting the pavement.
Yep.
That's next to you, and you have no idea.
Yeah.
And so I love what you said, that you set your own standard.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be. I love the group that I run with. One of the things that we ask each other at the end is we'll be like, how do you feel? How'd you do? And that's it. We don't ask, hey, how was your pace? What was
'Cause
time?
Because it doesn't matter.
Because it doesn't matter.
When I'm going in the
Right.
other direction, like I'm purposely trying to slow myself down now. Like I had a thing where I wanted to be fast,
Sure.
and I got relatively fast for my age group, and I was okay with that. But now I'm purposely trying to go the other way. I focus on heart rate stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see how low I keep my heart rate.
Isn't it about moving?
Yeah.
Just moving your
Yeah.
body, because it's such a good thing. Like, I get some friends that'll be like, I just don't have time. You do have
You do.
time.
You
Do you have to do it every day? Absolutely not. Pick out, if you can do it once one week, try 2 times the next week. You don't have to have the same routine every week. There are times where we don't get to run. We didn't get to run a couple of days this week because we had baseball and we had that. But you know what? We did something else the next day.
Right.
You just pick up. Don't wait till
What can even be
Monday.
as
Start on
simple as-
Thursday. Like, you just have to,
Park farther away.
yeah, get your
Right.
steps in. I don't get to run or walk every day. There's just too much going on.
Sure.
Yes. But the times I get to, I either do a long run or I'm just like, you know what? I want to hit 10,000 steps today. I'm going to hit that. Tomorrow, I can't hit 10,000 steps. So let's try to get 7. Make your own goals each day instead of being like, well, I didn't get 10,000 a day. I failed. I'm not going to do this anymore. You can't do it every day. You can do something every day, but it may not be the top of what you're wanting. But you can't be at your best all the time. Me and Greg talked about this. We heard this, I don't know, it might have been on a podcast or something, about we should wake up and say, what % are we at today? If I'm at 50,
Oh, yeah.
he's at...
Yeah, we should try that. That's
But
probably a good.
you could say, okay, me as a partner, I can only give you 75%. Okay, cool.
All right,
Well, I'm
well,
going to
I'll
give you
pick up-
the 25.
I'll pick
You know,
up
I'm
the-
going to
Yeah.
do that. We work together, and then I try to get my stuff done in the morning so he can run in the afternoons because he's working. So we're trying to balance it out. And I know that I don't go to an office or anything like that, but I'm still doing stuff.
Oh, for sure.
I'm now training with Dee at Tribe, and you know
She
them,
coaches some
and
classes up there, and that's
and
what
it's
she.
so
That's her.
great. It's
She's really
such
good.
my element, and I love it because I love people. I love helping them. I want you to succeed. I could care less if you pick up a weight, but if you're trying your best, which is what we tell our kids all the time, if you're trying your best and giving me all you can during that class, that's all I expect. Because you can come in tomorrow and probably do more. And the next day you may not be feeling good and you do a little bit less. That's fine. But you're in there, you walk through the door, and that's the hardest part. So
Exactly. Yeah.
doing it is the hardest part. But once
Yeah,
they
and
get,
and I feel like it's like a very David Goggins book quote or
Is that the guy
idea
that
that I
yells?
stole or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I'm shocked that you know him.
I
yeah,
feel
right,
like-
right.
I feel well, a guy at the gym actually gave me a book about him.
You were probably giving off the vibe.
I guess I was.
Yep, he does.
But it was something about like I want to choose what the hardest thing I do every day is. I want it to be something I make myself do. I feel like, did I get that from that book? Have you heard
Probably,
that before?
yeah.
I feel like it came from there. But I was like, that's so true. Because if I make myself do whatever's going to suck the most that day, then probably work ain't going to be that bad. Kids throwing a tantrum ain't going to be that bad.
It is bad sometimes.
Yeah, but it's, man, I couldn't breathe and I was killing myself out there for 45 minutes on purpose. All right, well, the rest of the day ain't going to be that bad. Oh, I'm stressed about this email. Like, ain't gonna be that bad. Kid's throwing a tantrum because he wanted a red sucker instead of a blue, but he picked the mystery wrapper. Sorry, bud. I can't get another one. You picked the mystery on purpose.
So solid on what happened.
That happens every time. Big old bag of dum-dums. I want this color. Then don't pick the one with the question marks all over it.
Because it's not going to be that color.
Gotcha, bud.
Let's shift to.
Yeah, get us back on track because I don't know what we're
No, it's
talking
right.
about.
I want to shift to pre-race routine. Do you guys have one?
I really would like to stretch. That's one of my things. Listen, I am so good about not stretching.
Okay.
And I will just take off. And I struggle. That first mile is horrible if I don't get some type of warm up in. And I know that sounds super cliche, like you got to warm up before, but it's so crucial. You need to do that. And we don't usually eat a big breakfast either because
I mean, that's gonna be my next question. Yeah.
depending on how far we're going.
I'm poor.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
We are complete opposites. I'll have a protein bar and
Very
like
healthy. Bananas.
good
oranges.
stuff. Something that'll settle to
Great.
where I don't feel like I'm
Very,
going to get
very
sick
good.
during my
Very
run.
healthy. She stretches
This one
right.
eats chocolate chip cookies and a Snickers bar.
I have peanut M&Ms and a Dr. Pepper.
See?
Peanut M&Ms and Dr. Pepper, and I refuse to stretch.
And then he runs.
If you see me stretching, something weird has
Something
happened,
is wrong.
and it's a severe injury. Probably just come check on me.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we're complete opposites. It's
Well,
very
like,
true.
so I tried to get into ultras real big. Aren't those the same thing? The zero drop?
Yeah, topos.
Are those?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So there's another brand that I wanted to like them so bad, and I hurt myself pretty bad. Probably because I don't stretch and running in zero drop like really jacked up my Achilles. Maybe that wasn't it. Maybe it was something completely unrelated. But when I quit wearing those shoes,
Yeah.
It went away.
So maybe I'm sure there is some benefit to stretching. I'm not.
There is benefit.
I
to
know.
stretching.
I get it.
There's literally books on it. You should listen to it.
But
But
the first half mile, by the first half of the mile, all my pain has gone away.
You go numb. It's so
And
great.
I feel- my knee hurts
So
real
great.
bad for about 3/4 of a mile.
Now the peanut M&Ms are kicking
Yeah.
in.
Whoever's
that's right.
listening,
Got Dr. Pepper. If the gas station has the tall boy Dr. Peppers, I might go fast that day.
no, listen
Watch
though.
out.
Whoever listens to this, just know that you just get through the first mile and then you can't feel anything else. Surely.
No, now this is where I go against a bunch of people. I think this whole like runner's knee is a complete myth. Like I think it's a big pile of garbage. There's no such thing as runner's knee. There's very few things I actually know anything medical about, but I listened to like a 3-hour thing from some Harvard doctor who did like a 20-year study. There's no such thing as runner's knee. Running makes it go away. If you have bad knee pain, 1, lose some weight. 2, after you run for a little bit, it lubricates itself. Makes you feel better.
It was really interesting listening to that because I used to work in orthopedics and that was a lot of the problem. And anybody that came in or would need knee replacement, we always suggested go for walks, do this because it's helping those things. The more you do it, the better you get at it.
All right, get us back on track.
No, that was great.
Don't let me
No,
start.
you're good. You guys crossed the finish line. You have mentioned already that you guys go to Waffle House.
Yes.
Many proponents of Waffle House.
Man, sweet tea, hash brown bowl.
Is there anything else you guys do? Do you cross the finish line? I know you're ready. Just get away. Crowds of people.
No, we hang out.
Okay, that's what I was gonna.
We go
Okay.
through the runners thing where you can get a donut.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah,
at
we-
Battleship, they had the donuts. And
Right.
Did they have biscuits or something?
I forget.
Oranges.
Yeah, one year they
Coke.
had pancakes.
They
Yeah,
had
waffles.
donuts,
It was
I
know.
waffles. Yeah. So we definitely do that, and then we still go out to eat.
Okay. Yeah.
Like again, it's one of our dates. So
Yeah.
when the kids aren't with us, we go and enjoy that. But that's our post workout.
Okay.
All-Star Special.
Anything carb
Over easy.
loaded, because after you crush your
Waffle
body
Light.
like that, yeah.
Bring it on.
Do you get a Dr. Pepper while
Yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to make the switch to Diet Coke. That's what I had here. I don't know. I feel like it's probably no difference.
It's not.
She's on this big no sugar thing.
Mhm.
So
No, that is no.
she doesn't like sugar. I do.
Clearly.
I
Yeah.
don't mind sugars. It's
Mhm.
the added sugars that
Mhm.
get you. You can have sugars.
So I switched to Diet
Just-
Coke.
They make a really healthy version of peanut butter M&Ms.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
hmm I see it in my because they
I
also
won't
take
eat it.
They. I will take a.
I'll
It
eat it
tastes
for-
just like M&Ms. I kid
I'm
you
not saying that it doesn't, but I am a convenience eater.
No,
Like,
he.
I
eats
have
a
white
Pop-Tart
trash
and
taste
loses weight.
buds. I don't care about fancy food. I want whatever is my easiest source of food is what I want in a day.
But that's what I'm saying. They're right there.
Where?
They're in Publix.
We
You
go
think
there
I'm gonna
all
go
the
to
time.
Publix?
Every
I
other
will-
day.
I will take a picture of them
Please
the next
do.
time I send them
Please
to you.
do, because
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
eat them.
They're so good. They even have Snickers.
But
So
see,
when you want to see it, it's a
Ooh.
healthy version of Snickers
Yeah.
too.
at my
even
gas
peanut butter
station I
cup.
go to every morning, they got the peanut M&Ms right next to the register.
Yeah, she called me out when we
It's
went
right
there earlier.
past-
Where have you been? I'm like, Carol, I got stuff to do.
No, I did. Yeah, that's what I do feel. So I don't know if this is. I don't know. I don't even mean. I get on these little tangents sometimes, and I don't even mean this from a religious perspective. But no alcohol. I think no alcohol and a 30-minute run 5 days a week is like the secret to life.
Mm.
I mean, I feel better now at 39 than I did at 25.
Yep.
It gets wild.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up better, sleep better. I'm not groggy during the day. It's wild.
And people are like, y'all don't drink? And I'm like, it's not about drinking or not drinking. It's
Yeah,
just,
come still.
I don't
Mhm.
like the way it makes me feel.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about, did I used to in college? Sure. But we shifted and we changed and we made a
Mhm.
decision as a couple that that's just not what we want to do.
Yeah.
And especially with kids, I know how it made me feel.
Mm-hmm.
And it would make me sluggish and I would get, it wasn't fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I'm out of that stage now. I don't even enjoy little drinks
Mhm,
anymore. I
mhm.
used to, but now I'm just
And-
like,
and from the biblical perspective, I battle the to excess. Me and moderation aren't the best of friends. You know what I mean? So I just stay away from it altogether now.
Let's talk about favorite running item. Do you have one?
ooh, item?
Yeah.
Like that I can wear?
Yeah, or take with you, whatever.
Oh,
you,
yeah. I love my Brooks.
Mm.
Oh,
Ooh,
here
I
we
love
go.
my Brooks. Shout out to Aaron at Running Tribe
Mhm.
She
because
is.
my dude there, he helped me find because I had when I was what was I running in Nike Freeze?
Oh,
Not
yeah.
Well,
it,
no,
it wasn't the right
I got you
shoe.
those Mizunos, and they probably weren't
And
the right.
I would have such bad shin
So-
splints and
Mhm,
stuff,
mhm.
but I apparently wasn't wearing enough support.
Yeah, she is
And then Aaron helped me-
evangelical about Brooks.
Man, I love them. I don't hurt when I
Mhm.
run, and I've never had that until I put those shoes on. So those are my absolute favorite to do. And then, of course, love my. I don't really have good.
Are we talking about
Earphones.
shoes? Or you just talking about one thing? Period. That we take?
But well, she already skipped shoes, but then she was also going to talk about running your headphones.
My headphones, they're not the best, but I
Mhm.
have to have those.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I need something to blare music. I don't hear anything around me because I don't want to hear myself breathe. Because
The
then
breathing, she can't do it.
I can't
It's
do it
hilarious.
because you think I think
It's-
I'm running
it's a-
good, but if I hear myself breathe, it ain't happening.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can't do it.
So, what does your playlist sound like?
I use Fit Radio,
Okay.
and it's
Fit radio is pretty good.
good.
It's pretty
It
good.
can go with the beats per minute that you want.
Okay.
If you want your heart rate higher, you can pick a playlist that
Have
is
you seen
in
that
that.
one?
No,
It-
that's the reason I'm like, that's, I'm
Remind me
intrigued.
before we go, and I will
Okay.
show it to you. It
It's,
is. So don't play it on.
I'm
here.
not gonna play it. I'm gonna show her how you can pick your
But like you can pick it.
so
you can
pick
choose
like
it for
what
a
you want
run.
to do,
Okay.
and it'll do specific mixes based on if you're trying to do like a heart rate workout. Like there we go. So heart rate.
And this is an app.
It's a app.
music app.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
We use it a lot, definitely for running. I use it at the gym because, again, we turn the music up and you can go with a beat when you're doing movements. I like to do it with my steps sometimes. Like if I'm struggling, I'll change it real quick and find something I can step with. So my music is one thing that I have to have with running because I do better. I do so much better.
Nothing. You're like, I run barefoot.
No, you have one item you take with you every time. Your
Podcast?
fanny pack.
Oh, I do like
He loves a fanny pack,
Oh,
man.
Okay.
You should wait. If any of his buddies hears this, they gonna be
So what do we put in the fanny pack?
everything. He even takes it to work. It's a joke at the factory and stuff about him wearing his fanny pack.
You never know. You might, yeah, it's a good place to keep keys, AirPods. My only vice I have left is chewing tobacco. So there's a can of Copenhagen in there. I've been told I'm very aggressive after races, that a dip after a race is very aggressive. Maybe it is. I don't know. That's the only bad habit I got left.
Only bad one.
Yeah.
It's all right.
So that stays in the fanny pack. AirPods, wallet.
Okay.
You never know.
When you're running the
When you had to go
neighborhood,
to
if
the
you need it,
convenience store, and I need my peanut M&Ms.
I'm just gonna walk back home.
I would have never answered fanny pack, but yeah, that's right.
That is your one item
No,
that you
that's-
take
yeah.
every time.
Yeah, no, that's true. I would not have answered that though. I would have said phone or something.
Do you put your phone in the fanny pack?
Oh yeah,
He does. I hold mine.
it's got 3 pockets.
It's not one of those little ones. It's
Right.
it's a
Not a little.
It's like,
oh,
what's
funny.
up?
It's definitely
Uh-huh.
it's a running man.
It is. Oh
No,
my
it's like
gosh.
just a.
I'm
well,
surprised he doesn't have it on right now.
That is-
I've got jeans with pockets.
That has never mattered. Never.
Short shorts. That's a. I'm a
Okay.
big
Does, like-
proponent of the short shorts.
They're
I
shorter
like
than
'em.
mine. It's
I like 'em.
disturbing.
Maybe I shouldn't. Who knows?
No, because a lot of the guys wear those.
Yeah.
That's a common thing.
Yeah.
And then you have that with your fanny pack.
Yes.
So do people see your shorts?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
It's not like I'm not a 2.5 guy.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm a 5-incher. Like give me the 5-inch shorts. The 2.5 that's aggressive.
Mm.
Those dudes are. That's a runner. I'm not keeping up with you.
Like they really run.
Not keeping up with you.
I think the shorter the shorts, the better the run.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
serious.
Yeah, I haven't earned 2.5.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
I haven't
Uh-huh.
earned 2.5 inches.
Okay.
I love going to runs too because I love people watching.
Mm-hmm.
Not to judge, not to do any of that. I just love to watch people.
Yeah.
I love to see where they're
yeah.
coming from,
Mm-hmm.
what stages and levels they're at, because no one is on the same level
That's
at these
right.
races.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so fun. There might be a group of women like, you know what, this is our first one together. It's just so inspiring to
Mhm.
see, like you were talking about the community. It's just so fun to watch. You may not know a soul there,
Yeah.
but just watching them. Because the old Mobile Bay one, the DJ after that,
Oh,
that
it
is one
was-
thing I like after stuff. It's just
Did
music.
you run that race?
Did you do that?
No, I was out of town.
Man,
dude
it
that-
was
Pickleball tournament.
The dude that
amazing.
DJ'd the Oldsmobile 8K,
He was
I am
like,
very jealous that I can't do.
He
that.
was a
I
people
can't
person,
enjoy
yeah.
life that much. He was in
Wow.
his own world.
I have videos of it.
It's the most fun I've seen somebody
it was
have
amazing.
in since that Need to Breathe concert where that one dude I couldn't
Knew
even
every
watch the
song.
band because I was
Yeah.
just watching him.
It was
There's
That's hilarious.
But he was just in his own world over there. I mean, it's 8:30 in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and
he's
nobody's talking to him, and he
vibing
was,
out.
It was the funnest thing I've ever.
Yeah.
I like, yeah.
We just sat there and ate our oranges and I was like, they're
We
great.
just watched
man.
him like this dude. So I don't know who he is, but he had a good time, and it was fun to watch.
It
That's
was fun.
hilarious.
You need stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're trying to get yourself back and collect. And they had ice cream. I,
Oh, listen.
oh man,
Cammy's-
ice cream.
Cammy's is our. I will ask locally. Is Cammy's gonna be there? So I'm gonna make sure.
What's
that-
Cammy's? Is
it's
that
the
the
ice
ice cream
cream.
brand?
Yeah, that's,
Mhm.
but he
I don't do
can't have
dairy.
it, so I make him go get it and I have it.
Oh.
So I always get
Yeah, I
to.
do.
I'm
There.
so sorry. That's sad.
See, I don't.
Mm-mm.
It's been very friendly. Don't get me started on
Mhm.
dairy.
Oh yeah, don't do that. It is something.
It is the biggest conspiracy that's
But
ever
listen,
happened.
I'm telling you, she makes everything. And
I'm
it is divine.
sure
It's
it's wonderful.
delicious.
It's
I'm sure it's
divine.
wonderful.
Mhm.
But there's
And what-
not one single reason on this planet that humans need
Gosh,
dairy
here we go.
products.
I will deck you with my water bottle.
You
You
should
have dairy almost every day.
Every
so
day
it's
she
not
does.
like-
Every day she does. Yeah.
I love my yogurt, man. There we go.
If I wasn't allergic to it, I'd probably. So I had to go the other way. I had to go the other way on this argument.
Listen, that is a hill I will die on.
Yes.
I will die defending Cammie.
Dude, I will eat a pint of Ben and Jerry's in a
Oh, you should
heartbeat.
get after some Ben and
And
Jerry's.
she's an avid runner too.
Yeah.
Like Cammie's amazing. She's incredible what she's done.
Yeah.
She's cool. What are you running? Shoes wise,
I-
5-inch.
I'm-
Yeah.
So I'm a big Asics guy.
Okay.
I
Mhm.
really, really like Asics, but I am trying new things. My last 2 purchases.
Oh.
What was that last one you got? The white pair.
I got some Mizunos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are pretty
Uh,
cool.
I'm gonna be real. They are. They feel good. And then I just got these Brooks, so I'll try these. But I was a big Asics guy. Also because I think I
Love
wanted to
Asics.
be like.
Are those the ones with the wider toe? Is that
No, that's the Ultras.
the ultras? Okay, I get them.
I think I wanted to be like cool triathlon guy, and Asics had a triathlon
They did.
shoe,
It was like the
Noosa Tri.
yeah.
So I was like, I gotta have these because I do triathlon. I was like, I was that guy for a little while. So maybe that's why I bought into Asics so much.
I don't know. Their Nova Blast is.
That's my favorite shoe.
Mm.
Yes, that is absolutely my favorite shoe.
You have one of those, don't you? Which one is?
Oh
that?
yeah, those. Yeah,
Are those the neon ones?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just wore them out, and maybe they aren't. I can tell. Like I don't keep up with miles. I'll randomly look on the Garmin and see like
Yeah.
totals, but I know when I need a new pair of shoes when the left knee starts tweaking a little bit. It's like, all right, it's the weirdest thing. That's what I go by, people, because some guys that are getting into running are like, man, I think I need some shoes already. And I'm like, when do you buy shoes? Whenever my knee starts hurting. I don't know what to tell you. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
I know it's gonna rain.
I know, yeah.
Yes.
If my left knee starts hurting during a run, it's time for some new shoes.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But yes, I love Asics. I really liked the Nike, their carbon shoe. Not when they were the $300 or whatever they are now, but when they first came out, I liked those a lot. And then I left a pair on top of the car, a brand new pair.
Oh my gosh, I remember that. Where were we?
You were going to work out, and I was going to run while you worked out.
And they fell off.
And they fell off in the neighborhood.
Oh.
And I get to the gym. I'd never even worn them.
Oh no.
And I was so mad about it. I'm like, I'm not buying anymore.
Oh.
I'm done. I'm changing
It was
up.
so
I'm
bad. 'cause He
changing
texted
something
me
up.
like, "Do you know where my shoes
Well,
are?"
I came back, come back to the neighborhood, and they left my socks and my knee sleeves sitting there in a pile, and they took my shoes.
You're like, we don't need this.
We don't need this crap, but here.
Brand new pair, never
Oh.
worn
But I think
again.
Nike makes some really good running shoes.
There's just so many good ones.
there's a
It
lot.
really
Yeah.
just depends on
Yes.
your foot too.
Yeah, I underestimated the getting fit
Fitted
for something.
analyzed.
It's so
Absolutely.
good.
But I'm also weird because like I need a 12 and a half or a 13, but I refuse to buy anything bigger than a 12.
We both have huge
I think I'm
feet.
just scarred
Yeah.
from childhood. I've worn a 12 since I was 12 years old. And I just remember being this little gangly white boy
With big old feet.
all white
Yeah.
basketball shoes and like nasty pale skin during the winter. And just I remember looking at my feet and people were like, you got your, you know, I will not buy anything bigger than 12 now. I refuse to do it. Probably to my detriment. That's why my toes are jacked up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm falling down the stairs, trying to be a good husband.
Okay.
No,
Long
that's
run.
why I ended up in ultras. Can
'Cause
I
he
tell
fell-
you?
Yeah, you're
Let's-
right.
He
let's
broke his
go
toe falling down the stairs.
And there was a, yeah, I needed the wide toe box.
Me
I was
and
trying to
Dad-
be a good
Yeah,
husband.
we were asleep on the couch, me and our daughter.
Her
and
daughter fell asleep.
He tried to.
I didn't turn the lights on to come downstairs.
And he missed the last step. Like, huge. And he was limping. I was like, what just happened? And there's like blood trailing. I'm like, Greg. Because it like ripped
Did
his
it rip my
toenail.
toenail out?
Yeah, it was
Oh.
bad.
Oh, it was gross.
But I'm laughing
Everybody's laughing
because I'm
at me.
horrible.
I'm trying my hardest not to say cuss words because like I really struggled with my language for a long time, and like I finally got over it. So I'm trying real hard not to say cuss words. And I'm just sitting there holding my toe.
Yeah, this was
Like,
like
I just
2 or
need some
3
cold
years
water.
ago. It was
I just need
bad.
some cold water. Like y'all just leave it alone for a minute.
It was so bad.
And then my kids, I love how your kids will call you out. So like they'll still randomly just be like, Dad, when you break your toe. They just had to tell everybody.
Because it's crooked now, too. It's
Oh.
Like
bad.
everywhere we go, y'all see my dad limping? He broke his toe. They thought it was the best thing.
They're so funny. And the boys were asleep, so they don't even remember
yeah,
it. They
they
just
don't.
know how to.
Wow.
All right, sorry. What was the next question?
Hey, look, she gets to have the edit buttons.
Oh, I know.
Yes,
she does.
yes.
Oh,
well, I don't. Gray does. He gets to edit. So-
Hello, Gray.
Okay, so longer runs, what do you take to fuel? Well, okay. Besides peanut M&Ms, do you take anything else for fuel?
What's considered a long run?
What would you like to consider a long run? See what I did there?
See what
What's
I
your
did?
standard of what a long run is?
Ooh, she got you with her own words.
All right, so I did 6 today.
Mhm.
There's nothing for that.
He usually eats after.
Okay,
Like-
you didn't take anything during. So like Azalea
Mhm.
Trail, you won't take anything either.
Yeah.
Okay.
We usually don't.
Okay.
If it's
And I try to do it. Yeah, I try to do it without eating.
Okay.
I feel.
now he
super-
can't do the 24-hour one without that, but
No, I mean like eating before.
yeah.
Like the intermittent fasting
Mhm.
thing. I do think there is something, and I know it's different for
It's different
guys and
for
girls,
Mm-hmm.
but I think there is something too if you can go 12 hours a day without 12, 14 hours a day without eating. I feel much better. Like when I'm traveling with clients and we do the late dinners because we do stuff
Sure.
all day at the factory or whatever we're doing, and then we do a 8:30 dinner, and then it's I just feel like garbage the next day.
I like doing a carb load the night before. If we have planned it out to where we're going to do a long run, because if I have done a competition or something, I did beach brawl in the fall just for fun with a couple of my girlfriends, and we carb loaded like pasta and stuff like that the day before because your body needs it so much for that adrenaline and just whatever it may be. So I like having good carbs.
I practiced with those gel packs. So the times I've done longer things, I really like the little gel cubes,
Okay. Yeah. The ones that you chew on?
like the little chewies. I like
I haven't
that.
seen that.
I like that way better than the packs. But I tried the packs a couple weeks ago just to, because I am going to have to be smart about what I do if I'm trying to go a really long time.
Sure.
I am going to have to change my own habits of thinking you can just force through whatever. So I tried the packs, and I would love some suggestions on ones that aren't just straight up disgusting.
Have you ever had a honey stinger?
Yeah.
Have you had those? Those are one of my favorite things. They are so delicious, like a little waffle. It's pretty good.
You may want to go by Run and Try and talk with Aaron. There's a newer company. It's come out last year, and it's called Carbs Fuel.
He showed us that.
There you go.
I think
Okay.
he had some at the store.
Yeah, I'm going to go
try
by
it.
there and rack up on a bunch of stuff.
Because I don't do the gels either. I don't like the texture.
Yeah.
And then you always have to
Same.
have water right after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, it
And
was
you-
bad.
Sometimes you're in them.
It was bad.
I do intervals as well, and sometimes you're like, well, I just do the. I can't get it
Yeah.
down, and also they're expensive.
They are.
But with Carb Fuel, like your thing is a long, and you only have to take one for. And
Maybe
it's
that
meant
was the
for
thing,
endurance.
Okay.
So
But I
definitely
really
do
like the little gummy thing.
Mhm.
I think it's made by the same people that makes the gel, isn't it?
Have you
Because they come in the little packs that you can put in your.
yeah, I also know they make them, but then also like Gatorade has their own
Yeah.
shoes and stuff like that. So
Have you
And
tried
when
the
you're-
little jelly bean things?
yeah, I don't like them.
It depends on the flavor. I can do them sometimes, but some of the flavors are not great.
Watermelon Sour Patch Kids.
Oh my
There
gosh.
you go.
We do
That's
love
fine.
that's a good
yeah,
one. That's a
Starburst
good
is
one.
I've
Yep.
seen a lot of runners that do Starburst.
The Sour Patch Kids are one of our favorites.
Pretzels are good too for your long distance. You put them in your fanny pack.
I know. I've got to get better at. I'm terrible with nutrition. She's good at it. I got to get.
I try to help him, but he's. I don't need that.
Here's my Dr. Pepper, and
Let me get my
peanut butter
Pop-Tart. It's true.
But there's nothing I can say without sounding super arrogant. And I'm just
I'm
gonna.
trying to get him there, and it's not working here.
I have to eat a little bit crappy because if I don't, and like you can start seeing like definition of stuff, she just gets mad and punches me in the stomach.
I do. I get so mad because he can eat like crap
Mm-hmm.
and get 3 abs,
Yeah.
and I can eat perfect and get 0
Yeah,
abs, and
yeah.
I have flabs instead of abs. So it makes me angry.
But you also remember you had kids.
I know that,
3 of them.
and it's his fault. And that's why I get angry that he gets the.
Yeah, so
So he
see,
deserves a punch.
So
He
the-
does.
the
Yeah,
strategic-
absolutely.
And then I'll get the kids to
Pop-Tart
do it
is
sometimes.
There
Like,
we go.
hey, go punch your dad. Why? Because he had a Pop-Tart. Go throw it away.
Also, that's great parenting right there.
It
We're
is.
teaching all,
I know.
hey, bad nutrition.
Bad They eat Pop-Tarts too.
Well,
But they
no.
do have healthy Pop-Tarts.
They do.
They
All right,
do.
so we're trying to do this. Like, we're trying to do the whole. I've seen a bunch of little videos on it about the healthy snack drawer for
Sure.
kids or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize the impact that would have on me financially.
It was
And like
rough.
now we've thrown it out there, so it's like, how do you pull it back?
You don't.
Mhm.
It's too late.
So it's just okay. I guess our grocery bill is just going up $300 a month.
We
Like,
go through 3 bags of grapes in 2 days.
Wow.
There's 5 of
and
us.
then they'll
Yeah.
go through 2 packs of rice cakes, but it's snacks that aren't that bad.
Yeah.
So they've got a drawer in the fridge,
And they
a
love
shelf,
those cutie
a
oranges.
little thing in the pantry, and you don't have to ask.
You just go.
These
and
just-
you
I
get
am
it.
making them try a grapefruit tonight. I got some at Publix the other day.
And we subbed out carrot chips for potato chips.
Mhm.
Yeah, they love
Mm.
carrot
Which
chips.
is
They
great,
ate it
but
for
Yeah,
dinner
yeah.
last
This is
night.
a whole nother discussion. Like, why is it so expensive to eat healthy?
Right. 100. Oh,
I think that's
completely
why
agree.
people
It's-
struggle because
yeah.
it
drives
is
me.
too expensive.
Because then it goes against my cheapness and my
You're just a running contradiction.
my convenience
Yeah.
of food. I'll get a gas station hot dog sometimes for lunch. And I feel like that's disgusting. But it's there. I've got to
It's
stop
convenient.
to go to the restroom and get
Yeah.
a water. Hey, let's grab one and
Yeah.
go.
Well, now they have Wawa and they have lots
Yeah,
of
no,
good food.
Wawa has
Mhm.
good sandwiches.
I will also tell you another great thing I'll take along with me is, and it was somebody on the podcast that told me. Actually, I've had several people, and it is the cocoa applesauce. They now have it
Yes.
where it has electrolytes in it.
Do you know
Really?
how expensive those
So
things
good.
are?
But at Publix, you can buy them buy one get one sometimes.
Okay,
Sometimes.
right. But when you
Sometimes.
have a 3-year-old that
Right,
eats
I
them 4 at a
understand, but I'm just
time,
saying.
He literally carries
4.
double fisting.
he 4.
Open these.
He
Buddy,
4 of them
you
at a
need
time.
one.
I will put mine in the fridge, and then like I'll pull it out when I'm. Oh my gosh, it's like
Those
the
are good.
best. It's
Those
the
are
best
good. Mhm.
pre-run.
And they have different flavors. It's not
Yes.
just like applesauce.
Mine is like the cherry. Was it cherry limeade? And they have or whatever.
Our kids love the peach one.
Yeah. Okay.
The
And the
peach
cinnamon.
and the cinnamon.
Yeah.
It's called High Five or something.
Okay. I just see that it had electrolytes in it. I was like, let's try
That's pretty cool.
this.
That is
and
cool.
It's really
Yeah.
good. And you just pop it and go. So. Okay. Do you run with music?
No.
Okay.
He listens to his books and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, there is
Okay.
something in my ear the large
The
majority of
voices
the
are
time.
in there.
Yeah. But yes, I like podcasts and books when I
Okay.
run.
When you run. Okay. So you don't run without anything. Like you're.
He can.
Okay.
He is the one that can do that. I am not.
Let's.
I go to some random places in my head if there's nothing going on, so I have to have something to distract me.
understand.
And then he
Yeah.
brings them to me at night, like I told you. And I'm like, Greg, I can't go there with you, honey. This is another day conversation.
That actually happened last night. I don't even
Yeah.
remember what I tried to bring up.
I didn't let him.
She
I
goes,
was so
no.
tired. No.
Now she also goes to bed at like a grandpa.
It was 10 o'clock.
Now last night, but she
I
get
did.
in bed at 8
If you
o'clock.
say anything, girl, I'm right there with
she
you.
can get in
Listen, I'm telling you,
Hallelujah.
if I don't
Uh-uh.
get
8:30?
seven or more hours of sleep, I am useless.
Oh, I remember what it was. On Gutfeld, the thing about people who sleep less believe more
Yeah.
conspiracy theories. And I
And we
love
started
being a
giggling.
conspiracy. We started laughing because
That is one of our favorite shows to
I
watch.
am not a strong
Yes.
sleeper. I'm not a good sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I'm a really good sleeper. It's very hard for me to fall asleep. If that makes. But once
Yeah.
I'm there, I
He
sleep
don't
well.
move. He don't wake up. He don't.
He
Mm-mm.
don't. Mm-mm.
Uh,
Mm-mm.
We just got a new bed. And he definitely doesn't
Oh,
move now.
Mm.
Like
so
it is.
wow.
He just holds his legs. He looks like he's
so
laying in a
good.
coffin and he don't move.
It's so good.
You're like, no one disturb him.
They won't. Even if they get in bed with us, he's still passed out.
That's hilarious.
He's like, when did they get in bed? I'm like, 4 hours ago.
When's that serial killer been here?
I had no idea.
No, no, the weird sounds do wake me up.
Yeah,
The
they do
weird-
not wake
the
me
weird-
up.
Yeah,
with you.
see,
That's
that's
If
the
he's
thing.
at home, you ain't.
I think that's
making-
also a difference. That's like a physiological difference
Yeah,
because we're.
he don't hear the kids. I do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But I'll hear the random noises
But
and I'll
he'll
go
hear
walk
the-
around the
yeah.
house and see what there was something outside.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that's my role.
Yeah.
I gotta protect y'all. You gotta take care of the baby.
Switching to recovery. Do you guys have a favorite recovery tool?
he does cold showers.
Okay.
You will do that sometimes.
No,
I wish we had one of those plunge things.
I would
have
buy
one.
that
Oh,
one.
this is
That's
So
amazing.
bad. I don't do
So,
them, but we used to.
Uh,
We had to have mandatory ice baths when I played college ball.
Sure.
So I loved that.
Mhm.
It sucked, don't get me wrong, but once you got in there, like your body just feels so good.
I recover about like a stretch.
He does. I try to help him, but he don't listen.
He just walks it off.
Your day's gotta keep going. Let me go put now Birkenstocks.
Okay. No,
did-
that's
I-
really good.
Birkenstocks.
Okay,
Those
that's
are good,
That's
yeah.
good.
Birkenstocks are
Mhm.
yeah. I think there's something. I think there's something to that.
Yes, I agree. Mhm.
So yeah, as soon as I'm done, I put on my Birkenstocks. That's
Okay.
what I'll wear for a little bit.
Yeah, I got some of those too. And then slides. What were the slids that we got at one time?
Those
What are they called?
UFOs or
Yeah,
whatever.
we used those before.
They're okay.
Yeah.
Okay, they're real. They're just so soft.
Good. That's a really good point. I like that one.
No, yeah, we've talked about the cold plunge a lot. It's just when we moved here, the house had been remodeled, but we had to make a couple changes to just make it make sense more for us. So we added a master bathroom, and she likes her showers at 713 degrees. So the contractor, our shower won't get cold now.
It does. You are lying.
Poor Greg.
I can put it all the way to the cold, and it's still
Warm.
it's still kind of warm. Like if our kids want to take a shower in our shower, we just set it all the way cold because that's the only way. They're like, it's not too hot. It's too hot. So
But, like,
there's no cold on our shower in our bathroom anymore.
He
So I
fixed
really,
it because it wouldn't go hot, and I was like, we can't.
yeah,
do
when
that.
they first did
I
the
like
new
my hot
shower,
shower.
it wouldn't get hot, and so he came
Except
back.
we're gonna fix that.
He came back a day or two later, and whatever you adjust in there, he went.
He made
the
it hotter, and I don't know
opposite
how,
direction.
but it was great.
Wow. No, I've got a buddy that's a big believer in the cold plunge stuff. And I'm like weirdly cheap about some things, and then some things I'm just like
He
no.
doesn't care about some things. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would
have them on sale. I got
well,
mine
no,
for
like
Christmas.
no, like
and
if
he's
we do
cool.
one, I want to get like the really good one that goes inside the house and looks like a tub.
Oh no, mine's gonna be outside because I'm messy.
But see,
But
they're like
what-
$5,000.
What Greg isn't telling you is he's the most bougie person ever.
In what way?
Always, honey. Listen, I want to go camping, but he won't camp unless it's glamping.
Oh yeah. What? I mean, I've had to do things that I
We
didn't
don't
want to
get
do.
our hands dirty. We got to keep them clean.
There was a long period of my life where I was forced to do things I didn't want to do. I don't have to do that anymore. And camping is one of them. I don't have to do that.
Bougie.
But yes, I would love to just suck it up and get the really nice that gets itself cold, like has the chillers.
Yeah, this one I wasn't sure when I got it for Christmas, so I just asked for the cold plunge. So I was like, I don't know if I'm actually gonna go through with it. So, but I got it, and it still
So
it
good.
still will get you, and it come with the ice blocks and everything. But it has the attachment where I can buy the chiller to it, and they come in different sizes. So, and I clean it once a month.
See,
Keep
we need to
saying.
get one. Just jump in after
saying
a
we
run.
don't.
They even have one that's longer, and then they have one that's like the normal like round size that everybody usually gets. So.
There's a nice spot in the master bathroom where I could be real bougie and get one.
He could. I'd be all right with it.
Underneath the window.
Yep.
You wouldn't be mad at that.
No.
But I'm too cheap to spend $5,000.
Yes. That's right.
I love how he's putting everything on you, waiting for you
I
to say no,
know.
and then was like, "Okay, but we're not."
You
Like,
think she's gonna say no to something?
I don't
This
say
is
no.
the yes woman right there, dude.
We have yes days all the time.
I got okay.
Yeah, we sure do.
I can't say it out loud. I'll usually have to text him and be like, "You want to do this? We can do this with the kids." He's like, "Don't ask me out loud. Let's not let the children hear, just in case."
Because if
it's
it
not
comes
in the
down loud,
budget.
she won't tell me.
No.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do say it out loud because I want to do it. And then they're like, "Dad, Mom said."
Oh, there we go. Yeah, yeah.
It works great.
There we go. I love
Balance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right, what else we got?
Let's talk about cross training. Do you do any cross training?
So,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She wants to see what your answer is going to be.
I do.
yes. So I try to. It doesn't happen, but every day
It doesn't happen. See?
it doesn't happen the way I want it to. But every day that I run, I try to end it with 25 pull-ups, 50 push-ups, and 50 air squats.
He does do that. I'll give him credit.
Okay.
So that's. I hate weights. I know there's some benefit to resistance training. I'm not saying there's not.
Why are you coming at me like that, Greg?
I'm not. No, because I got to deal with this.
He does. I get on.
She's like really weirdly strong for a woman. Well, she's just weirdly strong, period. And so I get all the time. I'm like, so once a year we'll have to bench press to make sure I can still do more than her. But besides
I'm
that,
getting close to beating him.
she's
man.
getting close
I am.
though. I'm gonna have to start doing
That's
something.
a goal.
She's up to like 165 now. I got to put a real effort. Yeah, so as long as I can still bench press my own body weight, I feel like that's all I need to like take care of myself. Can I get off the floor? And then I'm the heaviest person in the family, so if I can pick myself up, I can pick all of y'all up too. But there's definitely some benefit to the cross training. You gotta pick your time. I don't have time to run the way I want and do weights the way I want. So I'm not sore anymore when I run. Like, I don't hurt from running, but I hurt from weights. So I just give up the weights.
Yeah.
She's the opposite. She's a big, big.
I love it.
Big
5 days a week,
believer
man.
of, yeah.
If I could do it 7, I probably would. I just love it. And talking just like the running community, the gym community is just so great. We do, the gym I go to is only women. And it's just so uplifting to be that no matter what level people are on, they're cheering you on. Whether they're more fit than you or on the level below you, someone's always going to be better. And you may be better than someone else, but it's not about that. Like we were talking about, it's just, are you coming in the door? Are you spending that 30 minutes to try to improve yourself somehow, whether it's for health or your mental state or something like that? It's just so important. And I love it. My cross training is the boot camp style. And it's just my favorite. You're getting your heart rate up and you're moving, but you're also getting stronger at the same time. Cross training is my favorite.
Now, when we moved down here, before she went to the all-girl gym, I did do CrossFit with her for a couple months. Yeah. And my VO2 max has dropped since then. Like, there is some definite benefit to that style. Yeah. But I am really good at a steady pace for a very long time. I am terrible at go for 30 seconds as fast as you can go and then stop. And then go for 30. I'm awful at that.
See, and I love that. That's where we are.
But I think it's good for your body to do that.
Sure, yeah.
But there's definitely benefit to cross training. I just don't do it the right way.
I want to know, have you tried to pick everybody up at the same time?
Kids?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You were talking about how
you don't have to pick them up. They jump on it.
Oh, yeah. I carry all 3 kids all the time.
Okay.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
That's price for cross training that too.
There you go.
And they wrestle.
Because I saw something stupid when our daughter was like 1. It was some of that stupid thing of you never know the last time you carry your kid to bed.
Oh, it's so sad.
I carry every kid to bed every night.
That's the cutest thing ever.
Yeah, he really does. They either get on his back or they do the monkey walk. And they wrap their arms around his neck facing him and hang.
Oh.
And he's got to hurry so they don't slip.
So I carry every kid to bed every night that I'm in town. And yeah, so I can definitely.
I do not do that when he's not in town. I love them, but they're going
to
walk.
Oh yeah, she's the sweetest woman in the world till 7 p.m. And then she's like, hey,
it's best.
Sit down, be quiet while we're getting ready for bed.
Well, I have a schedule. Okay.
And then he comes in and he messes it up.
Oh, I jack it up so bad. Sometimes I do it on purpose just to see what it's going to be like.
Oh, it makes me so angry. But it's because sleep is so important, not just for us adults, but the children, because it will
sleep is a weapon for little
off.
kids. Like, it really, really.
Sleep it's almost more important than some things, because if they cannot recover from the things that they are doing, their brains cannot function.
Right.
And I think we say all the time, the only thing we do good as parents is bedtime.
Yeah.
I'm
really
joking, but seriously, we
truth
do. I mean, you can tell if our kids have had a few nights not on schedule. Because they're whinier.
Very different.
They pitch fits over things that are not really necessary. And I'm like, it's okay. Tonight we get back on track.
Going to bed at 6:30 tonight.
Yeah, because we will, now that it's getting lighter, longer, it's a little harder.
Sure.
But we will start, like, if we have to have baths, we start at 6. And Tate will be asleep by 7:30 most nights. He's our youngest, but he needs it.
How do we even get here?
I don't know.
How sleep is important, and it's also a great recovery.
It is. We're talking about all things. Hey, look, this is our time too.
I know, but she's so organized, and neither one of us are organized at all. Like, our life is functioning chaos, and we just
we just go with it.
No, I think it's so important, and I think that, again, that's something that a habit that you guys are teaching your kids of. This is normal. It's not going to be normal when they go when they go away, and they're going to be like, whoa, no, we need sleep. My daughter, when she went to Alabama School of Math and Science, so she moved there when she was a sophomore in high school, and her roommate would love to stay up till like 2 a.m. My daughter, asleep by 11.
Yeah.
You're not going to mess with her sleep.
Mhm.
And so her roommate started to where she was like, you know what? I'm going to need to go to bed.
Yeah.
So it's like those habits, but that was something that we were very adamant about.
Right.
Also with
I
our
think
kids.
it's just
like,
important. I
sleep is
mean,
important. Yeah.
it's just good for you.
And a great recovery. And as you've mentioned about listening to your body, is also there's some days where you're like, you know what? I just don't have it today.
Mhm.
We're not gonna be able to go for a run. Maybe
Yeah.
I do need to go to bed
Yep.
sooner.
Yeah.
And we
and
do
recover.
that.
We
Yeah.
do that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We have to have discussions sometimes. Are we going to stay up and watch a show since this is our time together,
Yeah.
since it's been a busy week? Or are we just going to go to bed together?
Mhm.
Like, which one are we going to choose?
Yeah.
And most of the time it is sleep.
Mhm.
But there are some times where I'm like, no, we need to watch a show. We haven't had any downtime this week. I tried to watch that. What?
Do we?
Yes?
Do we ever choose a show over sleep? Really?
Okay, maybe not.
Yeah.
But
Hypothetically
Our
speaking.
first fight, like we've been told we're good at fighting because they just happen like super quick, and you just say what you gotta say, and then
one of
it's
our friends
over.
goes, was that a fight? And I'm like, yeah, we're done now.
Yeah.
They don't last long.
But our first fight was because I lived by myself for so long.
Sure.
Like I was 30 when we met, so we got married very quickly. So it's not like
We can share that.
Yeah, no, you're
Yeah.
But yeah, we had been married for probably 5 or 6 weeks, and I'm sitting in the recliner.
And this time I was working. We didn't
Yeah,
have
she was
kids
working.
yet.
We didn't have any kids. She
I
was
had
working.
to get up early and be at
So
work.
she just comes stomping downstairs at 12:30 at night one night, and she's like, "We're married, and I don't feel married. You don't ever come to bed with me." And I was like, "Oh man!" So we put a recliner in our bedroom. Just
As long as he's in the
changed the
room.
way.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all she needed.
Mhm.
We got married, and I was like, you know what? I really did not feel like that.
Mhm.
But neither
He
one
would
of us had
always-
lived with the opposite sex.
Sure.
I
Sure.
literally left
We
my
didn't.
like
yeah.
I was off at college and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But when I got done with college, I lived with mom and dad,
Mhm.
and then moved in with him,
Mhm.
and it was weird, but it was
Yeah.
awesome. And I'm like, okay, I don't like being in my room by myself.
If I wanted to do that, I'd be a mom and dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
when
we
he's
went
gone,
from.
I would go over there, not even joking.
Oh,
like
I
if
love
he was out
that.
of town,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when I'd be out of town, she would.
And still now, even though we
Yeah.
live here, like when we had Mardi Gras week
Mhm.
last week,
Mhm.
She went.
he
to
went
see her.
out of town. We went to mom and dad.
I love
I
that.
don't like it. I don't like being around
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I get
She
that.
does.
Let's talk about if somebody comes to you and they're like, I want to get started running or walking. What is something that you would tell them?
You want to go first?
I don't think I should.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll be the nice one. I'll end on good. Golly.
I just go.
Mhm.
That's it. And I almost think I think like the watches are awesome, but I think for some people they're probably a detriment.
It can be a mental thing for
Oh,
real.
sure.
Because like we've
Absolutely.
got a friend that's trying to get into running. It's like, well, my watch has told me for the last month that I'm inadequately or whatever, however Garmin words
Sure.
it. Oh, unproductive. That's
Mhm.
what it. It's like, yeah, for months it's been telling me my workouts are unproductive. And I'm like, because you just started running.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's trying to.
I almost think, but you just go.
Mhm.
Pick a time. Don't worry about a distance. And I think 30 minutes is a great number.
I
Walk,
think
you got to
have
walk. Whatever you got to do. Just, hey, today I'm going to go 30 minutes without stopping.
It's time on the feet.
Mhm.
Just go. Don't worry about how far you go. Do not care about a pace or
Mhm.
any of that junk.
Because none of that matters when you first
None
start.
of it matters.
Because you
It never matters.
No, it really doesn't.
Unless you're like some high school or college person that's trying to, I'm glad that they place these races and stuff, that they do it for all ages, but none of it really.
That's
Well,
right.
Some people are like, well, I don't want to do my first 5K because I can't run it the whole time. Who cares?
cares?
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just go do it. And then you've done it. And then maybe it'll motivate you seeing all these people
That's right.
do it that you do get to run it the next time. And
Mhm.
I'm not talking about sprinting. I'm talking about sometimes my jog is just as fast as my walk because I need to slow
And
down
then it's
because
the
my heart rate.
discipline that comes with it,
Mhm.
I think. So, well,
That-
I
but
feel like
Go ahead.
I have a very controversial opinion on one thing
Mhm.
that gets me, it causes interesting discussions. Let's say that.
Okay.
This whole thing has been that.
And I know I'm taking this from my perspective, and I know I can't put my experiences on everybody else. I get that. But my physical discipline and my spiritual discipline almost go directly hand in hand. And I know not everybody's like that.
Sure.
But now it's affected me so negatively that when I see people that are in leadership positions, like at church and stuff, if it's very clear that you have no physical discipline, it's very hard for me to respect you spiritually.
We had this
Because it's
discussion
almost
not long
like
ago. Yeah.
we had it in small group. just a couple weeks ago.
Because he was like, I need to get this off my chest.
Yeah, 'cause I think it's a
I'm
flaw.
struggling
It's a
with
flaw
it.
with
He's like, I
me.
think it's a flaw, and I need to hear a wiser one maybe talk
But if
me
you're
down
trying
a
to
little.
grow, I think anything that is endurance, if you're trying to grow as a person, I think making yourself do something with endurance is the best way to do it. And I know I'm bringing that from personal experiences of just pre-Jesus Greg versus now Greg. But there's a direct correlation.
Because it's so easy just to sit.
Yeah.
It's so
Absolutely.
easy.
It's so easy to not read your scripture that day. It's so easy to not have any prayer time that day. It's so easy to start letting the bad words fly.
We'll start
It's-
Monday, like I said earlier.
It's so easy to
Just
start
now.
having the inappropriate conversations with people and losing any type of life witness. Because I don't put much on people's words.
Sure.
I don't care what you tell me you do. What do you actually do? You know?
Yeah.
So if I'm going to tell you that I'm disciplined in this stuff and we're going running, and when I go on trips, it's long car rides. I'm usually in the car with customers 5, 6, 7 hours each direction
Yeah.
So they're making.
to go to our factory.
Yeah.
So we get off on some random topics. And if I'm going to try to have any type of positive spiritual influence on you, it's got to be everything. Like I'm going to tell you that I'm trying to be disciplined in this. Well, I've got to show you in these ways too.
What's good?
People that want to start running, just start going. The things that it'll do for more than just your physical. That's what I mean. Like now, running's nothing to do with physical looks, none of that for me anymore. I feel great, which is cool. She's attracted to me, which is cool. Like I'm not just some sack of potatoes that my wife doesn't think is attractive anymore. Like
Well, we had this discussion not long ago, so it's really
like
funny.
it's nice
yeah.
to still be like really attracted to your spouse. You know, well, awesome.
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with why I still
like
to
you
run.
said, it's not about weight loss and all that kind of stuff. It's just about, do you need it mentally? Because there's some times where I have such a hard day, like the kids are all in bad moods, or they all want the same thing at the same time, and they don't give me a chance to even speak before they're yelling or crying or falling on the floor. And Greg will get home from work. I'm like, I know I've already worked out, but I've got to go for a walk. I've got to go for a walk, or I'm not going to last for bedtime. I need a minute to walk away because I'm going to say or do something that I regret. And I need to give myself grace, and I need to give the kids grace, and I need to walk away because I do mess up sometimes. I do raise my voice, and I tell the kids, I do. And I tell them all the time, this is not how I should have responded. I should have stepped away for a minute, and I'll apologize to them. I'm like, Mommy should not have done that. It was not the right way. You did not deserve that. Can you forget? Because we always ask for forgiveness because that's a good
voices
thing.
get raised.
You can always say sorry, but do you mean it?
Voices get raised sometimes too, because we let our kids argue is probably the wrong word, but we will let our kids try to make a point.
They try to negotiate.
Like just because we tell you no, that doesn't mean that's the answer.
Because we're not right sometimes.
Like,
we're
give
not.
me a good reason why. You asked for something, I said no. Give us a good reason why we should say yes.
But we're quick to say no too.
Because that's a
we
life
have to-
skill.
Yeah.
That's a life skill. So we're trying to teach them that already. And the funniest one to watch argue is the 3-year-old because he just
Oh, he's so mean.
he just gets mad.
He at the gym yesterday. I want 3 minutes. Okay, you can have 3 minutes now. That's fine. After the gym, can I have 3 more? No, buddy. You've already had enough. I don't want to buy Miss D any more minutes. Okay. He's like, well, if you don't give me 3 more minutes, I'm not giving you any more hugs and kisses ever.
Ever.
Okay, buddy. I said, you're hurting your own feelings right there. I said, you're not hurting mommy's feelings. Let's move on, man. He still got
powerful.
He still got the 3 minutes, dadgummit. There was a ton of moms in there. Give that baby minutes. I'm like, y'all are not helping me here.
You're like, you're supposed to be reinforcing.
They did not. They were being encouraging in the wrong ways.
Did you have something you wanted to add?
No,
I forgot what the question even was.
Well, let's switch to another one.
Yeah, let's switch.
Yeah.
When you do want to give up, or you're like, I don't want to go for that run, or I don't want to go work out, whatever. Is there something that you tell yourself, a mantra?
Maybe not a mantra, maybe not something specifically saying, but I'm like, you're never going to regret doing it. You're only going to regret it later by not getting up and doing that movement or doing that workout or doing that walk. It doesn't matter what it is, but sometimes I'm like, man, I do not feel good. I do not want to do it. It has been a long day. I was supposed to work out or walk or run this morning, and now it's 6 o'clock at night. And now you don't have any excuses. You can have 30 minutes in a day. How many, what did I used to tell you all the time?
I am shockingly mean to myself.
Oh.
It would be disturbing if people could. If I was verbal about the conversations I had with myself, people would be disturbed.
We just wait for the audiobook.
Yes.
Because there's random times where I will, if I'm real struggling and I'm trying to do something, like I have gotten some weird looks in the neighborhood before, because sometimes I accidentally let it come out loud instead of just in my own head.
I remember. I'm sorry.
Say it.
I know. Okay, so I always said something about you can do something for 30 minutes a day because it's only so much of your day. How much was it? You know what I'm talking about.
Well, just do the math, honey.
No, I can't. That's the problem. My brain is just not working, Greg. I need your help.
We
here.
got you. There's crazy things
I
here.
know.
Let's
I didn't
see.
want to pick up my phone.
What does Google say?
I'm not going to.
Come on, help me out
What are you
here.
trying to say? If we,
You got so many hours in a day. 30 minutes is
like 4% of your day?
4% of your day.
Something.
Thank you. That's
Is that what
it.
you're trying to go for?
Like you can't. That's 4% of your day out of all that time.
or whatever the math
You
came, 4
can do
point
it.
something. I was
Yeah.
trying to just, yeah.
You just put something.
I was trying to
probably
guess
wrong,
some of these
guys.
things. Yeah, probably wrong a little
But I
bit.
mean, if you look at it in a percent,
Mm-hmm.
that's not a lot of your battery.
Mm-hmm.
You can give 4%.
That is true. You,
You
can
can
give
give
4%.
So my thing kind of ties back into the rest of my outlook of,
Being a controversy.
well, no, I just mean word, if I'm struggling or whatever, it ties back into, if I want to pick what the hardest thing I try to do on most days is, if I want to do it to myself,
Mm-hmm.
well, then I've got to be able to have real hard conversations with myself too. And if I don't know why you would ever meet my bosses, but if you ever met one of my bosses, I think
Let's bring them on right now.
they're all like,
Dude, they would too.
they're like, man,
oh
you
my
take
gosh.
they're like, I don't have to criticize you. Like you give pretty open feedback.
Because he's
on
so mean
these.
to himself.
I'm like, yeah, y'all aren't gonna say anything that's worse
Right.
than what I give
Mhm,
myself after
mhm.
these things. Like I know when I do wrong. I know when I've messed up. I know when I've said the wrong things. Yeah, be really critical of yourself. Make fun of yourself, and you'll keep running.
Yeah.
Call yourself names. You'll keep going.
My favorite meme is always like whatever it is where it's like what you think you look like running and then what you
Yes. That's
And
it.
I'm like, wow. And then I see pictures and I'm like, why do I look like that?
Dude, for real. And then Battleship takes pictures of you when you're coming in. I'm like, that is not how I felt. I do not.
Yeah.
I was so happy to be at that finish line, but my face is not showing. I was dying. But I loved every second of it. Oh, man. That's good.
Because you never feel bad after a run.
You don't.
Or a workout.
Mm-hmm.
You always feel better.
Yeah.
It's chemicals in your body.
You didn't die.
You're
did.
better
Yeah.
after these things.
Yeah.
You're always better.
Mm-hmm.
So just get through it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take that long. Even if it is a long run, whatever your definition of long is.
Hey, 10 minutes.
10 minutes is
give
a long
yourself
run for some
something.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And then tomorrow try to make it 12 minutes.
There's always a way to
But
not
you never
do...
feel bad after.
Yeah,
Mhm.
never.
Unless you get hit by a car.
Oh, my God.
Because that can happen. That's almost happened to me before. It was wild.
Is it because you jumped out in front of the car?
Probably.
I had to jump away. Thankful for the tip from my dad when I was a little kid that said always run toward the traffic.
Yeah, we always run towards-
Yeah.
Do I have time to tell you a really funny story?
Yeah,
No, Greg.
absolutely.
So I was in high school and I was running. My parents lived off of Hillcrest.
Mm-hmm.
So I was running. Do you know where Carriage Hills is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So we lived like across from the other
Okay.
side of Hillcrest, but I would run down past Carriage Hills and all that. So I'm running one night and it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. And this car kind of starts veering at me a little bit. And I'm like, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
So I scoot over even more from the sidewalk. And then the car hits the curb like right behind me.
Whoa.
Whips across all of Hillcrest, goes through a fence and into a pool.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, I'm like, I gotta go see what just happened right there. So I go over there. The lady is still, she had one tire out of the pool and she's still got her foot on the gas. So like her tires are just
Stop.
yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
I'm like, hey, like you gotta, so she
Yeah.
gets out and falls in the pool. And we get her out of the pool. And so then I had to stick around for a second and come to find out she was, here you go, here's a good part. All right.
Oh,
I don't even know if I've ever told
I
you
don't
this.
think you have.
It was so long ago. So she was in her husband's car from Tuscaloosa.
Okay.
She was drunk, trying to drive back to Tuscaloosa because she got in a fight with her boyfriend in Mobile.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let's look back. This car. Husband's car, Tuscaloosa.
She took the husband's car from
But
Tuscaloosa.
the boyfriend
Is
in Mobile. Okay.
And they got in a
That's funny.
fight, and she was driving drunk, trying to go back to Tuscaloosa.
To her husband.
To her husband.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm.
So that's the only time I got hit.
That would be a good
Almost got hit
That
by a
would-
car.
That'd be a great book.
Almost got hit by a car that time.
Golly.
What are the odds that it's not
What
even a
are the
normal
odds?
situation?
Yeah. Good thing you stuck around.
For real, that you have to worry.
Oh, I had to. I've got to, like, in my brain, I got to know what happened.
I also love how you were like, I just want to go check and make sure that the person's okay.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I got to know.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Nosy.
What happened to you right there, bud?
You almost hit me.
Yeah.
What's
like,
happening?
are you on some kind of weird rampage?
Did you have a medical problem? Like, what the heck?
Yeah, that was my
Wow.
thought. Yeah,
Yeah.
what if I would have saved them from a medical issue instead of making fun of some dress chewing?
Greg.
Then we would be like hero Greg,
Hero. Yeah.
wearing a cape all the time.
Yeah. I
Yes.
would have been a hero.
You would have dove into the
Look, his
water.
ego's already big enough. All right. We don't need more.
Oh, that's one good thing about when you're having a hard time, though.
Mhm.
So, as mean as I am to myself, you got to talk good to yourself, too.
Mhm.
You've got to be your own boundaries,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense.
Have the good voices, the bad voices.
Yeah. Because sometimes you are doing really good in a
Mhm.
run.
Mhm.
And it's okay to tell yourself you're killing it today.
Mhm.
Because sometimes you do. Some days you have a great run.
Mhm.
Man, that was good. Whatever for my level is, that was a really
Mhm.
good pace for me. I controlled my
Mhm.
breath really well. I didn't
Yeah.
overdo it. It's okay to be positive to yourself
Yep.
sometimes, too.
Because
Give yourself
sometimes,
permission.
sometimes you'll go out there when you're not feeling great. And like he's saying, it starts to feel really good.
Mhm.
And then you go longer than what you even planned. And you're like, dang.
Those are the best runs.
Those
yeah.
are-
where you
Yeah.
absolutely
You just
do not
felt
want to
like-
go.
and
at
crush it.
all.
And then
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I should have done this.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I did.
Maybe throw up in your mouth a little bit.
Oh, Greg, come
You
on.
know, one of those days.
So gross.
That's
I just felt the
real
Forrest
good
Gump
one.
moment.
Oh,
You just
yeah,
felt
yeah.
like running. Just
Yeah,
felt
gotta
like
get
just
out.
everything was just
No, the best ones are when you don't feel like running.
Yeah.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like when you get out there and you start going,
Oh,
keep,
yeah,
and then
gotcha,
you're like,
gotcha,
keep.
gotcha,
I
gotcha,
just
gotcha.
felt
Yeah, I got you.
kept going. Everything
I'm
started
tracking
clicking.
now. I
Yeah.
got
That's what we did last weekend. I did not want to run last weekend. And I ended up doing 4 miles.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
I
only
saw
wanted to do 2.
Yeah.
I just kept going.
You'll be
It was
fine for
awesome.
the 10K.
No,
Ah, she will.
man. You'll
You
be
do
there, aren't
4.
you?
I am volunteering now.
All right, you'll see me.
Yeah.
But see, she places in her age group in every race.
Okay, but I have.
For a non-runner, she's the best not
How are
runner.
you not a runner when you run?
She's the best not
I have a shirt
runner.
that says anti.
Yeah.
What is it?
She's the anti-running running club.
Yes. Anti.
Stop.
She's the best not runner you'll ever see.
Okay.
She will place in her division for her age.
Don't
because-
do that. Don't
Especially
do
if
that
she
now.
knows what girls are in her age.
Mhm.
I look at the
She
stuff.
freaking locks in.
Well,
Dude,
for
she likes
the dude in the bush one. I placed in that one. I
There you
won that
go,
one.
yeah.
That was fun. That was fun. That one was good. I forgot
that's
about
a good
that.
one.
Shirt's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
okay. He does the races for the shirts.
That's fair.
Some of them are good.
I'm the same way. I'm literally one of those, like, they've been putting out the videos about how you can catch a runner, you know, like laying stuff out. You just put out the bling and the
Yep.
t-shirt, and that's it. If
Because the
it's
Battleship
good,
one, the medal was
See,
amazing.
There's a lot of places that try to, like, just give me a black one. Just give me a black t-shirt with some text
The
on
pink
there.
one was great.
The pink was not good. Hattie got that one.
Yeah.
Our daughter got
I love that one.
But who doesn't love a good Sasquatch on their shirt?
I do.
But how much better would it have been in better colors?
Well, there's always next year. There's always this year.
That's right. We'll see.
Mhm.
We'll do that
Yeah.
one.
There you go.
Do it in the bush, people. Give me a black shirt. White Sasquatch would look great on that.
Hashtag winning right there.
Oh, she just said hashtag.
And he hates it. It makes
Yeah,
him.
I don't do any social. I have social media, but I don't post.
I was like, give me a hashtag.
She's a
He's like,
real
I'm
good.
not doing
She's
that.
a real good poster.
I was gonna say, I feel like we could be besties.
She's
That
a
we're gonna be
real-
we
besties
can.
because
She's a
I'm
real
all
good
the time like,
poster.
ooh, that's a good hashtag.
It is.
Mhm.
No, like she helps people. She'll get random messages like, "Hey, thanks for that. It really encouraged me." And
Oh,
I just don't get it.
That's why we're married.
I just don't get it.
Because without me, He would struggle.
Oh no, I
People
would.
would be like, we can't believe, we're not
Yeah.
shocked he's not
We're
married.
not inviting Greg, but Johnna's coming, so that's fine.
That's for sure.
Seriously. Sometimes it can be the opposite way.
Yeah, there's a few
Sometimes.
crowds that like me more than you.
It's true.
Weirdly enough, yeah.
Mhm. So you've mentioned your goal of running for 24 hours for your big 4-0 birthday.
Yep.
Do you have any running goals?
I truly want to do a race every month from March on because we didn't get to in January or February. No,
Yeah,
we
we
did
did.
one in February. We
Yeah,
missed
we did.
January.
We missed January.
I can already tell you January. Do you guys travel for running?
Oh, it's hard with the
It's
kids.
hard.
It depends on if we can work out.
Louisiana Marathon is
So at some
fantastic.
point, we would love to make races, family vacations
Mhm.
around
Mhm.
races.
Mhm. Yeah.
And
like,
we
hey,
want-
y'all, we're gonna go here. We're all gonna do this race on Saturday morning,
Mhm.
and then
we can hang out.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we're gonna have a family trip. Like,
That's our goal.
that's our hope someday when the kids get old enough to do it, to actually run. And
Do your
stuff.
older kids like to run yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
They did the turkey trot with
Mhm.
us, and they
And
Oh,
loved
that's
it.
Yeah,
the
okay.
6-year-old beat the 8-year-old, and she's just devastated
Oh, it was so bad.
because the 8-year-old ran with her
Mm-hmm.
and did her little thing of sprint walk.
No,
sprint
but
walk,
she
sprint
chose.
walk.
I
Yeah.
signed
You did
up
choose
for
that.
her. I
Right,
did not
yeah,
make
yeah,
her
yeah,
do
no,
that.
And the
Yeah.
6-year-old who
He
is
trucked it.
he is oddly attached to me,
Oh
and
my
I think it's going to be unhealthy when he gets older. But I was like, I will run the mile with you, but you got to just
Mhm.
stay by me. Like
Mhm.
we're just gonna. And then he beat Big Sister, and he couldn't figure it out because she'd get ahead of him, and then he'd pass her. And then she'd get ahead of him, and he'd pass her. Like, we're just gonna do this for
Yeah.
the mile. It's a mile, but it's
Mhm,
not that far.
mhm.
And then he beat her about 4 or 5 seconds, and she was just
They both did it under 10 minutes.
Right.
It's not.
just
Yeah.
crushed.
I was like, yo, I
It's
was
so
breathing
funny.
hard.
I think at some point in life, I lost my competitive spirit. I don't know when it happened, but to see it in the little kids, it's so fun. And her,
Yeah.
well, they get it from her.
Yeah. Mm.
It's fun. It can be a little annoying sometimes.
Maybe it's
Like,
'cause
y'all are
my-
taking it too far.
Right.
Maybe
sure,
it's my
sure.
professional life is always a competition. So I just don't care about things outside of
Mm.
work.
Sure.
Maybe that's it.
It sounds good.
Sounds great.
Sounds great.
Right.
So there's a theory there.
There's a
It might be a
theory.
hashtag one day, Greg.
Oh, boy.
What is your favorite length to run?
3 miles.
3 miles?
We're
Okay.
I love
we
good-
are really consistent
I
with
love
the
a
three.
good 3
Yeah.
mile. It's
Okay.
two, especially where we are now.
Where we're at,
2
two
laps
laps
around the neighborhood.
Mm.
is a 5K.
It's a really
Yeah.
nice, just you can do it, you can knock it out.
Yeah, it's a big circle, and then if
Yeah.
you wanted to add half, you could just go up the middle of our street.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's easy. I like that. I do love if we can plan it out to go to South.
Mhm.
Sometimes I like to run the Medal of Honor, but I like
Mhm.
for someone to go with me there.
Mhm.
It's just, it's nice.
Are we both
miles.
3 miles? Is that both of our favorite?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I, just think
I
it's
feel
just
like
such a
two's not
good-
enough.
Yeah, 2's not enough.
Sure.
Well, at least
Where
we
we're
are.
at.
Where
Right,
we're
yeah,
at.
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
1 or 2
Mhm.
isn't enough.
Mhm.
A 3 is, it's just real good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
And I swear my Achilles like knows distances. I swear.
Mhm.
Like that one, my right Achilles knows what distance is. Because if I take 2 steps past 3 miles, he's like, "Hey, buddy,
Mm.
maybe we should go to the house.
And stretch.
Maybe we should."
And we're-
yes. It's so true.
But it's so I have 0 pain at 3 miles. I'm not sore. There's nothing.
So how do you think you go? How did you do running 6 miles today?
Right now I'm fine, but tonight my Achilles will hurt.
He limps a little sometimes.
My Achilles will hurt after I don't move for a couple.
Mhm.
Like when I wake up, it'll be hurting tomorrow
Mhm.
morning for doing more than 3 miles. It's real weird.
But we're going to do 24 hours. It's going to be so good. We're going to have to get a plunge thing.
No, we're not.
We're going to, baby, your body's going to need to recover.
No,
You're gonna need a good chiropractor.
Yeah. He don't do that either.
don't.
I'm
Okay.
telling you.
Okay.
He don't.
Okay. I didn't say I know one. I can hook you up.
I'm sure they're great.
Mhm. Okay. All right.
I'm good.
Oh yeah.
When you guys are running, clearly you guys are a really big family. You just love being together. What else fuels you? What are you guys passionate about?
It's a good one. And you have to think about it like,
I mean, I have a fun job. I get passionate about that. I have a fun job, and I can include the family in a lot of work stuff.
Mm.
So it's cool to be able to tie.
that is fun
those.
because he sells fire trucks.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Yeah.
we get
That's
to,
a full job.
It's a really
Yeah.
cool little niche
Yeah.
job. There's not a whole lot of us,
Mhm.
and the fire service is like a real family-oriented
Mm.
profession anyway.
and some of the people we meet, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, they're precious.
Sure.
So I can bring the family to a lot of events, and it's just
Where's Mr. Charlie from?
Thomasville.
Hey.
He's just-
I love
He's the
going to
sweetest dude in the
Thomasville.
world.
Mhm.
Like, I arranged our whole day one time just to go down there with him so our kids could go meet Mr. Charlie.
Oh.
And he is the most precious. Like, I know when my phone starts blowing up on Facebook that Mr.
He likes
Charlie
every
has
second.
liked every photo or comment that is on there. And I love it. I would have it no other
Yeah.
way because it's something that Greg has built. He's built
Mhm.
relationships, and he may say he's not a people's person, but he's really good at it.
No, I am
Yeah.
at that, but I feel like I have to do that. It's weird. It's
It's very genuine.
I don't have
You're
a
being
hard
very
job. I
authentic.
don't have a
Yeah.
hard job. I have a stressful job. And it's like people that aren't in some sort of long cycle sales, it's very hard to understand that's like, you've got to be like, I'm with these people for 72 hours sometimes, other than sleeping. And you've got to be 100% the whole time.
Mhm.
So like we eat breakfast at 7:30 in the morning. I can't say a wrong word till 10 o'clock that night. And it's like, so no, I don't have a hard job.
Mhm.
But it's very stressful when you have to consciously think about everything you say because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Mhm.
I hate customers think I'm lying to them.
Sure.
So you're on this thing all the time, and I travel with customers a lot. And so when I don't have to do that, I do enjoy it. That's why I like running by myself because I don't have to talk at all.
Mhm.
But I don't even remember passionate besides that. And then the kids, yeah, they're getting a little older now where they're starting to really get into stuff, and that's fun. Like I'm helping coach a coach pitch team. And that's fun.
I get told all the time, you're so busy all the time. You're so busy. You're always separated. But to be honest with you, we're not. But we need separation sometimes during the week. You need that. And when the kids are all together, they fight and they do. So when we do separate ourselves, like maybe going to the gym or taking the kids to the grocery store, I try during the week to find a way for us to all do something on the weekends. Because school is hard.
Yeah.
They come home, sometimes they don't want to even go do the thing.
Sure.
They're
sure.
tired.
Mhm.
They're in school for 8 hours.
Right.
I don't expect them to come in and be cheerful.
Mhm.
Do I wish they are sometimes? But no, they have hard days. Like our girl came home having a hard day yesterday because her friends didn't line up the way that she thought, and it hurt her feelings. And
Yeah, how old are
we're
your
having
kids?
big
They're in
emotions.
college.
Yeah.
So we're getting close to the drama.
Yeah.
With
So,
the 8-year-old.
well, let's explain what we try to do. We just started this recently, and I'm loving it. We might not get to do it tonight because
What do we do?
of baseball, but our game nights.
Oh, family game night.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
friends.
We
Yes.
usually
Yeah,
get
okay.
pizza and we get to have ice cream and we have a cheat day and we do that. And we ordered pizza for lunch today because they got out for half a day of school. And they are already eating their pizza. And then tonight we're supposed to have game night. But Brett's practice might
Yeah, we
mess
get
that up. So
yeah,
we'll,
baseball.
instead of skipping it, we'll just push it to tomorrow. But them looking forward to that, like they tell their friends about it. They're like, we played Dude Perfect board game. And then I taught them sorry last week.
Wow,
So we're
yeah.
trying to do different things. We might do card game this week.
All
But
right, then I've got a weird
fun.
theory too. You were asking
Okay.
about being passionate. I very purposely try to not be passionate about like anything because I feel like however high you go with emotions is also how low you go. It's like I very much on purpose try to sacrifice the extremes to not have the extreme lows. Like I know a lot of people talk about the mental health side of running, and I do, but depression is a very hard thing for me to understand. Like I've never had to deal with it. So it's very hard for me to understand. And I know some people think I'm like real heartless when we have conversations about it sometimes.
I just think he has a different view. I don't think he's heartless. I just think
But yeah, so passion, that's sorry, random thought. I almost try to on purpose not be passionate about anything really.
but that's where I'm opposite of
Yeah.
him. I am very passionate about being with people, helping people. Like I want to see people succeed.
Yeah.
Do you have a goal? Let me help you get there. Do you need an accountability buddy? I'll be that person. Here's my phone number. Do you just need me to wake you up in the morning and say, today's a good day?
But
Get
you can
up.
see it too in our day to day because she does go through the highs and the lows. Like we had this talk. Who did we had this talk with? It was just like a month or two ago. And somebody was talking about they had a bad 3 days or something. And I was like, I don't think I've ever had more than a bad hour in my whole life. Or do certain little stretches of time, are they awful? Yeah. But it's like when people say, I've just had a terrible week. What are you talking about? You're walking around. You're alive.
Yeah.
You're breathing. There's somebody out there that loves you somewhere. Jesus loves you if nobody on
It
earth.
could always be worse.
Say it's all about perspective.
Like-
Yeah.
So I don't mean to get us off on that rabbit hole.
No, but I
Sorry.
just think everybody's passion is different, but we are complete opposites with that.
Yeah,
but
we
I think that's why we mesh so well together, because I need to be the good
That's why
for
she's
his,
a great-
for his darkness
She's a
sometimes.
great coach at this stuff. Like, she's a great little fitness coach because she's so good at firing people up.
Yeah. And it's very genuine.
Yeah.
And it's
It's
not
all out of
like-
love.
Yeah.
I might be yelling at you sometimes, but I mean it with all my heart. You better pick it up. You better move a little faster.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are definitely a fun couple for sure.
We try to be. We try to be.
We are about as close to almost as an arranged marriage, I think, as you can get.
Okay.
Arrangement.
Like, I get why they work. Like in other cultures, I get why we got married. We got engaged 30 days after we met.
Mm-hmm.
And we met online.
Met online?
Met online, went on
We
a
were-
date, and never stopped seeing
We
each other.
met, got engaged, planned a wedding, built a house
In 6 months.
in 6 months.
Wow.
Almost 6 months to the day from our first meeting was our
Actually,
wedding day.
what this
Wow.
is
Oh, yeah, we're about 2 weeks away from our first date.
Yep.
ever.
Wow.
our first date
Yeah,
10
we're about
years
to have-
ago.
Wow.
Be on
Yeah.
year 10, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Because sometimes you just have to make things work.
Yeah.
And April, we started dating started our first date was the 26th of March. And then he proposed April 26th.
Wow.
Married.
Yeah.
Married September
Married
September 19th of 20.
Yeah, it's right there. There you
Well,
go.
15. Yeah. I was thinking about sometimes. I always want to say,
9, 15, 15.
yeah, I always say it. I don't know why. We both do it.
There's numbers.
Just all runs together.
I don't even know how we got there, but yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any final words of wisdom?
Oh, gosh. Are you sure you want us to do that?
I don't think I'm wise at all.
This has been really fun.
It really
I
has. It's
Really
been
have
great.
learned a
I was
lot, like,
so
different
nervous
perspectives.
about it, but I was like, you know what? We're just going to talk. Like,
Absolutely. They're just it's
we're
recording devices.
sharing experiences. And I just think that if some people tell me all the time, I just don't have it in me to do anything. I'm tired. But I think sometimes if people would just come on and try, like I've said over and over in this, is if you just walk through the door of the next challenge that you want to do, if you're not challenging yourself, you're not going to change. You're not. Because if you just sit in the same thing all the time, you'll stay. You're not going to do anything. You need to challenge yourself. You can be challenged every day. It doesn't have to be with working out. It doesn't have to be with running. It can just be with life. I try to challenge the kids, and the kids challenge me. Like, that is itself hard, but I wake up and I make a choice that I'm going to mom today. I'm going to be a wife. I want to be better. If I just sit here and look at all the things that I haven't done, I'll never go forward. And I can't do that. Like, yeah, our laundry is not done. Okay. Do I hate it? Yes. I hate laundry. I hate that it's messy.
It makes her so
But
like
what?
and I'm like, okay, look,
But he helps me with that.
okay. We have a laundry room for a reason. It is floor to ceiling piles of clothes.
Okay, it is
Who
not that
cares?
bad.
It's not that bad.
He's
but-
being dramatic.
Kids can jump at.
Kids can jump in. Kids, go find your clothes. That's your pile. That's your pile. That's your pile. Just dive in.
But you have to challenge yourself. And
Look at that good influencer talk. You see there?
Yeah.
She's got all these beautifully worded things. Yeah, I don't think I have any wisdom. I just think you have to just do stuff. I mean, now this is like very cliche, but the whole like, if you're not growing, you're dying.
Sure.
I don't think there's no such thing as staying the same.
Because you can't stay
There's
the same.
no
The-
such thing.
The world is changing so much. You can't just sit and do the same things over again.
No, so
Everything
just
is growing.
Just mean you as a person. Yeah, there's no such thing as just always being the same.
Yeah. And you don't have to do it alone. There are other people out there. That's why
But
we're
it's really
talking
good
about-
for you mentally if you can make yourself do it alone.
Yes, but I'm saying for the ones that do have mental stuff, Greg, because I've gone through mental
Yeah, she had
depression.
postpartum depression. I'd never seen it up close.
Yeah.
It was very weird because she'd be like, I'm like, what do you mean you've had a bad, you're just sad? What do you?
And he doesn't
What are you talking
understand when I would cry. He's like, I don't. I am
Yeah.
so uncomfortable with you crying.
Yeah, crying makes me very uncomfortable.
But I'm like, if I can't
Very.
get this out and talk to you about it, I'm going to struggle. It's going to weigh me down. But I have learned with finding my fitness journey and becoming that. I'm not an influencer by any means on like social media and stuff. Please don't. I'm just.
But you should be.
I want to be someone that people come to because they need help or because they did have a bad day 3 days in a row. I want you to share that with me because I'm not going to judge you because I've been there.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to get out of that. But if you can find a community, go run with people
And
at
it
night
doesn't,
on
and I
Wednesday.
know this is a running podcast,
Yeah.
but it doesn't even have to be fitness. But people need, you have to do something.
You have to have people.
If it's,
Yes.
You have to.
and you got to keep, there's people who are physically cannot do anything. They can't. That's fine.
Well, just
Challenge yourself to read something or to learn a music instrument. You have to challenge yourself to do something that you wouldn't normally do. Right? The whole like your brain is just going to stop. It is so true. Your mental sharpness is so hand in hand with your physical, and maybe not even physical, but just what you challenge yourself to do. Like I try to learn just random. I'm full of the most random.
you've seen this whole time, yeah.
No, we haven't even scratched the surface.
Yeah.
I have the most random because if I don't try to learn something on a constant basis, I just get stupid in a hurry. If I just know the same things I've always known,
Sure.
I just get dumber by the second. If that makes any sense at all. So even if it's, I know this is a running podcast, but I'm sure that somebody who can't run might hear it. Just find something
Yep.
that's going to make your brain work. And a lot of times it's going to involve making your body work too, but it doesn't have to. And just find something to do that takes you out of your norm.
Another thing, talking about this, like just doing, he helps me with this. Just don't care about what other people think because in the end, it really doesn't matter what other people think about you or what you do. Does it make you happy? Are you thriving? Are you challenging yourself? Are you doing the things that you set out to do? Because if Sally Joe, like Greg likes to say, is judging you for going for a run or going to a grocery store at whatever it is, who cares what that person thinks? Because what did they do? Are they just doing that to be judgmental? And you don't know what they're doing. They may not be doing anything, but you are. Who cares what other people think? Because when you go down that thing, you go down dark. You can go down dark. Well, I didn't look my best today. Okay. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'm wearing a hat today because I didn't feel like doing my hair. So who cares? If you need to feel like a better person, go put on. I always tell myself sometimes when I'm having a bad day, I'm going to go get a shower. I'm going to put makeup on. And I'm going to walk out that door and go do something. I'm not going to sit here and loathe of, I feel bad today.
Yeah.
Get up and go. You just got to. So I feel like that's
Get
it.
up and go.
Get up and go.
Guys, this has been so fun.
It's been great.
Oh,
It seriously
it's
has.
been so much fun.
It turned out even better than I thought. But I knew having him here today, I told you it would be fun.
This was great. Thank you guys. I
thank
cannot
you.
wait to see you guys at races. It'll
Yes,
be fun.
we'll be there.
And then Greg, I will just be cheering for you.
Shout out
Loudly.
to us.
I'm there. Yeah, cheer for me.
Yes.
Cheer for me.
When you see him, throw something at him.
Absolutely.
It's just not a gel.
That
You
was
got
awesome.
some gummies? Choke them at me.
That was like the best way to end that.
Don't you just want to be new best friends with Greg and Johnna? They're just hilarious, so fun, so genuine, and two completely different perspectives on everything, which was great. It was so much fun. But I think one of the things that they both brought to the table in terms of running is that it's a great reminder for all of us. As we're sitting there and I was listening to them, I'm like, you know, two totally different perspectives on strength training, two totally different perspectives on nutrition and everything. But that's great. That's what makes running so unique. But the other thing that I really, really appreciated was the fact that both of them were like, at the end, it doesn't matter what your time is. It doesn't matter whether or not it was a great race. What matters is that you got out there and you did it. And that's the important thing. And I love that. I love, it was said in the podcast about how 4% of your day, 4%. And that has stuck with me. And so I really appreciated that. I needed that conviction. And so it's all about priorities and what we do with that. And so I also love that this husband and wife is taking what they have now with young kids and saying, I want to be there for every moment that I possibly can. And the only way I can do that is to make sure that I'm healthy. And the way that we do that is we move our bodies and we fuel our bodies. And so that was very cool. I absolutely loved getting to know this couple and their hearts. And again, guys, they're a lot of fun. So thank you, Greg and Jonas, so much for sharing your story and sharing your heart with our community. And again, like I said, welcome back to community, and can't wait to see you guys around, and you're already making it better. So thank you for all that you do. And again, thank you to Run and Try Mobile for powering up our podcast this month. They believe in the running community. They believe in Run Your Story. And I'm telling you, Aaron is a top-notch guy. So definitely go in, check out the store, talk to Aaron. If you have any questions about anything running related, he's your go-to. Like, he is like guru of running. So definitely go in and check him out. He's absolutely amazing. And guys, also, this is launch week for Fresh Junkie Racing, so definitely check it out for Louisiana and for Mississippi Gulf Coast. It's going to be so much fun. We're having a blast going around to different run clubs and just being able to talk about running and Fresh Junkie and the cool runs that we love to do. So definitely check them out as well. And again, Aaron supports all of this. And so that's what's the cool thing about this, is that how the running community comes together to support one another. He supports local, he supports ideas, crazy ideas that I have. So I'm so thankful for the people that are around us, that believe in us and that care about us and that want to push us and motivate us. So go check out my friends at Run and Try Mobile. Definitely go sign up for the Beach to Bayou Challenge. I know I will be doing that again. So much fun. And thank you to Gilliard Tech Services for editing this podcast. It was a rather long one, but he did it and he did it well. And we just thank you so much for all that you do for Run Your Story. Guys, if you need an updated website, if you need a pair of fresh eyes, definitely check them out at Gilliard Tech Services. As always, Mars Hill, thank you so much for giving us a safe place to be able to share our stories, no matter how great, how funny, or, as it was mentioned, how redeeming our stories are. And so it's beautiful, and we love that. And so thank you to Mars Hill Church. They believe in running community. They believe in our stories. They believe in the power of being connected to one another and how we're community. And that's incredible. So if you need a church family, definitely check out Mars Hill. I absolutely love them. They believe in Run Your Story. So we are so grateful for that. To our Patreon supporters, love you guys. You're absolutely amazing, and just all that you do for this community and keeping us going, keeping us focused, keeping us re-energized. We would not be where we are if it wasn't for our Patreon community. And so thank you to our Patreon family members. I adore each and every one of you and love you to pieces. And I hope that these stories are making you proud. So also, make sure you like, share, and comment. We want your stories to be out there. We want them to be told. We want them to be shared. They need to be heard because they're incredible. And I'm blown away by how many people have been reaching out to us saying, hey, I want to share my story. We do have a long list, so if we're not getting back to you right away, we apologize. We're trying. I try not to book too far out, but we do have quite a waiting list. And so just know that we're getting there. But that's the power, again, of your stories, that we know that they need to be heard and we know how important they are. So thank you for reaching out to us. Thank you for letting us know that you're ready to share your stories. And we love you all. So make sure you like, share, comment. Make sure that when you hit the pavement, that maybe you put on that favorite podcast, as Greg likes to talk about. And yeah, just go out there, guys. Be a part of the running community. Go hit the pavement and go run your story, because every story needs to be heard.